are you feeling today?
Yeah, better.
Yeah,
Better,
good.
yeah. I'm still like coughing so much at night I wake myself up. That's really weird. At one point last night I did that and I was like, oh my gosh, I know I'm late. I look at the clock. It's 11:30. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that's
still
nice.
4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did one of those things where I like woke up at 3, in the morning, feeling like I could get up.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Went back to bed and then, of course, hated my life when
Yeah,
the
exactly.
real alarm clock went off.
I've been having a real problem with snoozing the past maybe week. Like, it's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snoozing?
Yes, I just keep snoozing. I snooze 2 alarms.
Oh no! So you're waking up at like what 3:45 or something now?
3:40.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You
I find
can't
myself-
possibly.
I try not to do that during the week. At least having to get up and get to work, that'll keep me from doing it. But like on the weekends, I try to still set my alarm for like 4:30 or 5.
Yeah.
It's just to get up. I like to enjoy those early morning hours at the house, knowing I don't have to get to the radio station. I have some coffee on my back porch, and it's still dark outside. Still that cold hour before the dawn.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
But I will sit there and snooze for every 5 minutes for 2 hours.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It's rough,
And
man.
each one of those 5 minutes feels like an hour.
Oh,
Well,
To
but
me,
also
2
sometimes.
seconds.
in a way, yes, but then also, just as long as it takes to close your eyes and then open
Yeah.
it back up too. Like
Yeah.
between an hour between like a nanosecond
Yeah.
and an hour. It just depends.
Do you guys use phones only?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
Oh.
because I am having an issue, I'm going to go your route and get an actual clock.
What a new age problem. Like
Yeah.
we're in the age of snoozing because everybody is sleeping with their alarm clock.
Right
like
in their
right
hand.
there in their hand already.
exactly.
They fell asleep with it.
Yeah.
You're already looking at it. Like
Yeah.
even with your eye, you're sleeping. You're still eyes pointed right at it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
open. There it is.
Yeah, it falls off the charger, you're fired.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then they wake up and it would be absolute insanity if you could set 50 different 5-minute snooze alarms on a loud alarm clock across
Yeah.
yeah.
That
And
one.
you get up, smack it, go back to bed, and then it does it 5 minutes later. No,
you're
it
up.
gets up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And could you imagine your partner? Like,
I can, yes, because it's real for her.
Right.
The
Yeah.
struggle is real.
But yeah, I mean, like now you're looking at the thing. Now you could download that app or whatever that makes you do math.
Yeah.
But that doesn't exactly like. I think I snapped a phone once instead of solving a math question just to turn my alarm off.
One of those, I don't know if my phone's like, you snoozing way too much, buddy.
Yeah.
We're going to try to stop you from doing this. It just has this thing. It'll put 4 numbers up, and I have to do them in like in sequential order,
Right.
from smallest to biggest. It's so simple. I can do that in my sleep.
Yeah.
And apparently I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll snooze without even knowing that I snoozed.
Yeah.
And I'm still just doing you can turn it off without doing that math thing. But yeah, if you want to snooze it, you gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like out of order for a set, so it's like
Yeah.
4, 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even know I'm snoozing. That's the problem. That's a me issue.
Yeah. And then your phone, have you ever snoozed so much? I think your phone's like, I'm just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just quits. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not going to go back again. I mean, it's like,
Definitely. Yeah. It just gives up for you.
yeah.
If you're not even going to try, why should I?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why, pro tip, you set the alarm for every 5 minutes rather than
Yes.
snooze the one alarm for
Yeah.
5.
I'll do that. You can put
yeah.
a lot of alarms
Yeah.
on a phone.
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, I've pulled that up before in front of people. Like, oh, I got to set my alarm, and they're like, "What in the world?" 9 alarms
Yeah.
between 4:32 and
Yeah.
40. Like
I use it as part of my event calendar. If I know I have a meeting, or not so much a meeting, but like a phone interview or something, where I've got to do something right then and there.
Yeah.
Always use the alarm for it.
Yeah. Right.
But then I'll snooze that one too sometimes too. I'm like, well, they're still calling. So at least I'm
man.
aware of it.
Yeah. It's I think it's a new problem, but
Yeah.
definitely getting the big alarm. Like I guess actually the snooze button is broken on the big alarm, so I need to turn the alarm off, manually set another one, which I'm not gonna lie, I have done.
Yeah.
But only like
You're a
once.
go-getter.
Yeah. Only once have I ever or if I do that, it will only be once. Like, oh, I got an extra 10 in me, and like have to do the whole thing. And
Yeah.
you know, you have to be really conscious that you don't get the AM PM mixed up or the separate knobs.
Do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so you get a radio clock, and then there's separate volumes for the radio and the alarm.
Just
Yeah.
hearing my intro and me not being there, waking up.
I Sunday morning I woke up at 7 a.m. and when I looked at my phone and I just shot up and I looked at my husband. I was like, "Is it Monday?" Because I saw 7 o'clock and realized I was 2 hours late for work.
Yeah.
Tyler's gonna fire me. Patrick's mad. Oh, I had a whole meltdown.
Why
Fired.
wouldn't I fire you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have that power. So.
The
Yeah? You don't have that power?
I don't think so. I'm on the bottom of the totem pole here. I think you
Oh,
could
I
fire
don't.
me.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
pretty
You're
sure.
a whole different organization there.
There we go. Yeah.
it's true. Patrick has the power of suggestion.
Yes, he does.
It's
Absolutely.
he wields the power of
There's some
suggestion.
seniority there.
Yeah.
I once got someone fired without intending. I was just like complaining to the
Yeah.
wrong person.
Complained about the busboy.
And
then you went to go apologize to him,
the
and
place
you let
I
us.
worked at, so it was
Oh.
a fellow busboy.
Yeah.
But I complained. I thought I was just airing my grievance to my superior, and they were just like, okay. And then, bam, that guy never showed up again. And I asked, it was like a Friday. I asked him Monday. I was like, well, where's homeboy at? And he's like, I got rid of him.
Yeah.
After what you said. And I'm like, well, I didn't. I was just complaining a little
venting
bit. I was
over it.
venting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the water cooler.
I know. The guy has like 7 kids.
Yeah.
How's he gonna feed them now?
Yeah, I had that happen before. I was working at a auto body parts shop, and we had a driver from one of the dealerships, and he was always a testy person, and he would get angry very easily. And one day he walked into the office and he was cussing up and down and not making me feel really good. So I told my boss. My boss calls the dealership, my husband was his boss.
Oh.
My husband had to fire him. I
Dang.
felt so bad because I had to see him again, like multiple times.
Right. I think
he
I remember
knew.
that.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't there at that point, but I've heard that story.
Yeah, you came like pretty soon after.
Yeah. Parts
that's
driver.
awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been trying to dodge that guy from my
Yeah.
story forever. Now.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Just jail or something.
I thought you were gonna-
debtor's prison.
I thought you were going to launch into the Seinfeld where George gets the busboy fired by accident, and then he goes to go apologize, and he leaves the door open to his apartment. His cat runs out and just ruins this guy's life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All
I think it just
unintentionally.
escalates from there, right?
Yes.
So the guy's like, because the guy's like immigrant, right? He
Yeah,
ends up having to go back to some
It's up to
Puerto
you being
Rico or
deported.
something. Yeah.
There's never a happy ending to a Seinfeld
No.
episode. It's
No.
always the guy got deported. Yeah.
Marcus Simpson on Facebook says, I don't use my phone anymore and use an alarm clock that is across the room, so I have to get up to turn it off.
That's
Just-
smart,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's. I mean, people have been using that since prehistoric times.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, the phone is too dangerous, too
Yeah.
easy. For one, that you made a good point. We shouldn't be falling asleep with our phone right there in the first place. You know, having the alarm clock across the way. That's such a great way to nip that kind of snoozy stuff in the bud.
Yeah.
Nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud.
Yeah, you
there we
got
go.
it.
You got it.
I
Alright.
It
really-
should be nip it in the butt. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
should be that
Yeah.
because if you nip it in the bud, I don't know. I
Well,
guess you're like
It's a little
you know,
bud on
a
a flower
bud.
yeah.
And you're
like a
nip,
rose.
Yeah.
Rose. You feel like, oh, I don't want you to grow right
you
there.
nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grow somewhere else.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You nip it in the butt though, and then it's like get out of here. Nip you in the butt there.
I
Yeah,
like-
no. Go ahead.
I would say there have been times where there was like a long stretch where I didn't have an alarm, or excuse me, I didn't have a phone, so I didn't have an alarm. Like 18 months I went without a phone at one point. And, my wife is usually at the house, right? But there was like one weekend where she was going to be gone and she was going to take her phone with her. So I've been relying on her phone for an alarm. So I
Yeah.
had at least it was the weekend. I didn't really have anywhere to be. But I
Right.
still didn't want to sleep till noon or something. And I think I have that in me. Like as early as I get up and as little sleep as I try to get, I can still get a lot of sleep if
Yeah.
I just let it happen. So I did the old Native American trick of drinking like 7 glasses of water.
Oh, yeah.
That night, just until I could not drink anymore. And I tell you, like 5 o'clock in the morning, I shot out of bed.
Yeah.
And I was up.
Hurting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the old tactic right there. If you're gonna like surprise your enemy on the battlefield before they try to get to them before they woke up,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you just drink a bunch of water.
That's
And-
smart.
Sense.
Yeah, I feel like I have an internal alarm clock a little bit, considering every weekend, every day that I don't work is the day that I shoot up out of bed,
Yeah.
knowing that I haven't set anything, my alarm, and what time is it? That's the big issue right there. And sometimes I'm like, I'll figure out that later. I know I need to be getting ready now.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll do all this stuff in preparation, and then like, all right, what is it? Oh, it's Saturday is what it is.
Yeah.
I find I cannot sleep past 7 anymore. Even if I don't set an alarm, I feel like if I just naturally wake up, though, it's going to be 7 o'clock, which to me, with this job feels extremely late.
Yeah.
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 I feel like, I'll still do that, but oh my gosh, can I sleep till 11? No problem. On a Saturday or something like that. I just don't care. And I'll go to bed at 9. Like I will just sleep until I physically can't
Little
anymore.
catch-ups.
Yeah. And
catch up.
yeah, I got to catch up on all I get plenty of sleep. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to bed pretty good. I wake up at about the same time. Yeah, I'll just, nothing is worse in the world than getting up for work. It's
Yeah.
the hardest thing
Yeah.
for like Americans to do,
Yeah.
What, you don't think?
No, I'm with you. I think it's
It's-
I don't even like thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad. And it's
Even
the
if
hardest
you have a
part.
job you like, it's
Yep.
just the getting up, getting ready.
Hardest part of radio is getting up
Yeah.
by far. Once you're there,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
But sometimes, it's called getting up for work. It sucks, right?
Yep.
And so any time where I don't have to do that, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I will wake up at like 6:37.
6:37. That's pretty,
6:37 exactly on the dot.
Yeah.
Never
in
6:38.
15 seconds.
Yeah. I will wake up around that time, but I'll consciously be like, stretch, go back around, and it's like go back to sleep. Force myself to go back to sleep almost.
Yeah.
And then I'm overtired and it ruins the day. And but it
Yeah.
happens.
I've read some studies that scientists saying that there really isn't such a thing as oversleeping until you kind of get into like some mental health issues. Obviously, that goes hand in
Yeah.
hand. But usually, your body will let you know when it's time to wake up.
Right.
Like you just
But
you just
feel a
need that
grog.
sleep. You do.
You feel a grog
Yeah.
almost like you already went through one whole sleep cycle, and then you woke up.
Half and then another
And then half into another one.
Yeah.
That's probably why you wake up like, or you're like, you know
You
what?
do
I got an
nothing
extra
that day.
hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If you're just like, I got an extra hour or two. I know I slept 8, but screw it. Today I'll do that. And then you're like, waking up out of just getting into whatever REM or I don't know anything about all that stuff, but whatever the cycles are.
That's I can't wait till Mariah's a little older so I can tell her about her older brher that's no longer with us.
Yeah.
His name was 8 Hours of Sleep.
Yeah,
He unfortunately is no longer with
yeah.
us.
He moved to Tijuana and is
Yeah.
having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleeping 14 hours a day.
Yeah,
down there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Go to Facebook Live. If you share, like, and comment on the Facebook Live, you enter the drawing to win Jen's beautiful Halloween painting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to be tallying up all the share, likes, and comments. Do all 3 from this week, and then we'll be drawing for them on Friday. So go to there, do that, and you could win Jen's beautiful Halloween painting.
Yeah, and if you yourself, maybe you're not a big fan of Halloween, maybe you have some kids in the family that like it.
Yeah.
Kids love paintings.
Yeah, they
I
do.
love that painting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can have it if nobody wins it.
Okay, I'll take
Somebody will win it. We've had a
Yeah,
couple.
That's true.
But go there right now, Kdqn 921 on Facebook. Share, like, comment. We're going to go ahead and get into your weather, brought to you by Horatio State Bank.
You are independent. So are we. Horatio State Bank is a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
#1 country weather.
All right, frost this morning.
Yep.
Frosty.
Till 9 a.m., I guess.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will be sunny today. Clear skies with a high near 63. Calm winds from the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we're going to see frost again after 11 p.m. Otherwise, mostly clear, a low around 33. And tomorrow, sunny with a high near 75, so jumping back up a little bit. Friday, sunny with a high near 84. Rather, tomorrow night has a low of 44, so not as bad. Saturday, sunny with a high near 86 and a low of 61. And Sunday, mostly sunny, a high near 85. Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday all have pretty high chances of showers and thunderstorms, but I'm not even going
Sweet.
to touch that.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
Yep.
don't think about it.
Don't
Don't
jinx
put
it.
energy
Yep.
into it.
Yep.
Keep your fingers crossed or whatever. Keep
Whatever
that-
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grab that lucky rabbit's foot if you got one.
Yeah. Keep your toes crossed.
Because those burn bans are all still in effect.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we going to go from just 2 days, a low of 27, into a high of 84?
Yeah,
That
I
is
mean, you're
insane.
talking a 60-degree difference
Yeah.
in 2
Mm-hmm.
days.
Yeah, it's insane. I've never lived in a place that quite did that. Not
No.
even Flagstaff.
No.
Not even Flagstaff.
Oh, man.
Roller coaster, and that's what
Yeah.
this is the earliest freeze in Arkansas's history. Apparently, at least what the state meteorologists are saying.
No way.
I mean, this just came out of nowhere. This Arctic blast from Canada, of course. Their greatest export is cold weather, I guess. Aimed right at our hearts.
Yeah.
Something like 75 million Americans were under a freeze warning last night that they'd never been on. Usually it's like mid-November. It's usually about a month from now when we get a day or a night this cold. It was very sad. I had a lot of stuff in my garden last night, some fall stuff. I'm going to see if it made it. I had all my fall tomatoes. There was no way I could protect or cover them up or anything. So I was plucking. I got like a 5-gallon bucket full of green tomatoes. I'm going to fry up, I guess.
Oh, there you
man.
go.
Yep, and
Yeah.
Benita here, she like pickles them and stuff. Oh, my gosh, they're so. I could just. Yeah, but my
Yeah.
okra usually, like in years past, my okra I've been able to pick okra until November, maybe a little halfway through November. It's all dead now for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's a hot weather. It's definitely slowed down a lot
Right,
over
right.
the last month or so. But until it gets a frost on it, it'll keep making some.
Right.
But after last night, it's done.
And then tonight as well,
Yes.
unfortunately, we get another one. So even if
Double.
something did power through it, they're not going to take 2 attacks.
No.
It's like attacking Helm's Deep for a second night.
yeah.
For you nerd fans out there.
So I told you I brought all my plants in
Yes.
last night. My living room looks like a jungle, and it wasn't until I got all my plants in, I got all those little saucers put underneath them so
Yep.
you can water them and whatnot. Like got it all set up, and I was reading about it, and they're like, yeah, you should be soaking like your pots in warm water before, so that like for 15 minutes, and then all the bugs and slugs and that
Oh,
kind of
yes.
stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Did not do that.
I didn't know about that, and this is always a chance that we take this time of year. I do my best to try to shake out any creatures in it, but we
Yeah.
got a couple, like a peace lily that's in it's like a 30-gallon container or something. It's
Yeah.
half a bathtub.
Right?
Right?
It's supposed to even.
I mean, and I've seen like snake skins and stuff in it
Yeah,
before, and so there's no telling. This is always that time of year where you bring your stuff in and you no telling what you got
Yeah.
inside.
You had that one in-
tarantula nest, maybe.
You brought that one in that had the frog living in it.
Yeah. We left him. I think he
Yeah.
made it the whole time. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
he kind of got to overwinter in our
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
So, yeah, so I didn't realize. I put some warm water in it and chase all those. The slugs is really what I don't want, or centipedes,
Yeah.
or millipedes,
Yeah.
or daddy longlegs. I was definitely plucking a few
Yeah.
out of the house last night.
Yeah, I'm good on slugs.
Yeah.
Slugs are the worst.
Ugh.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go home to like a zoo of animals. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
you
your
got-
dogs will clean them up.
Yeah,
and
right.
You should have brought him to Tyler's because there's nothing better like a cat.
Cats,
would just,
yeah.
just annihilate
Yeah.
everything that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I did see.
Fearlessness. Go ahead.
Yes, yeah, I did see at one point last night. Kiwi, our dog, was looking right at one of the plants and just kind of like hair was raised, and I was like, "Man, what's in there? Like,
no.
great. What infestation or what
Yeah.
Yeah.
dangerous animals loose in my house now?"
Did you check it?
No,
No.
I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna keep them. Hopefully, whatever it is, it just kind of stay in there. If it crawls out, it'll crawl back in,
Yeah.
to its nest or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
What is
'Cause
it?
after tonight, you can put it all back outside again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be back to spring,
After
almost
all
early
that hard
summer.
work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be 84, 86,
Mm-hmm.
80s and mid 70s next week. I might as well just bring them all. They do better outside anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prepared well for. That's a nice jacket.
It
Pat.
is a nice
not too bad.
jacket.
Nice
Yeah.
jacket. Is that new?
It is.
I like it a lot. quilted jacket.
Yeah, it is
30 inventory slots.
It's got quite a few inventory slots. You got to feel it. It feels like it's the cheapest. I don't know if that's
They always do.
Gore-Tex or what.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But
Oh, you don't think?
no, I don't know.
Well,
But
even the Gore-Tex ones, you're
It
feeling
feels like a
that,
trash
it's like,
bag, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is made out of nothing.
It's supposed to be that's an insulator jacket, and then you get like a thinner jacket to put over top of that. If you're trying to save and warmer than what you are now.
it's incredibly
cool.
warm for sure. I have like an overcoat, like one that to put over like a blazer or a sports jacket or whatever. I couldn't find it though.
like
keep
a
that one.
coat sort of style?
Yeah, like a pea coat, but longer.
Ooh.
But it's one that goes more like to your knees.
Oh,
And then
like
they
that.
rocked a real nice one.
Yeah, like you're, in Bonnie and Clyde or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah,
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 you
yeah.
could definitely keep like a shotgun under
Yeah,
it or
yeah,
something.
Tommy gun.
yeah.
I like it.
Tommy gun.
Yeah.
It's
Tommy gun.
much more stylish.
No, shotguns
with the
too.
big drum on it.
Yeah.
For squirrel hunting.
Right.
I don't think I've ever had a nice winter jacket. Like
Me
I always
either.
get these just absolute. The one I wore this morning is like holographic,
Hieroglyphic?
holographic. What or like iridescent?
I'm confused
I don't
by
know.
both of those.
Yeah, I know. Like a iridescent, like a bird's feather. If you move it a certain way, it
Oh,
changes.
yeah,
color.
that's
Like grease on water.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
they used to in high school. I was called the Michelin Man because I always wore like this fluffy, ugly
Yeah.
jacket. I
Yeah.
just never have nice jackets.
It's something you should invest in, but it
Yes.
feels stupid to pay a lot of money for something you're not going to use for very long.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like you're paying a lot for one piece of clothing. Like you wear it enough, people are going to be like, "Is that the only jacket you have?" I'm like, yeah. I mean, it was. Yeah, I bought it for that reason. I threw all my other jackets out.
for something that you're literally like, for most people, you wear it to out of your house into get to your vehicle.
Yeah.
You take it off.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you got your heater going in.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You put it back on when you get to your destination. You
Yeah.
take it back off when you got back inside.
Yeah.
So, it's let's spend a lot of time outside.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I usually just make do with sweaters and just shiver sometimes.
Walk
Yeah.
fast.
Walk fast, shiver, smoke fast.
Yes.
Although
Yeah.
nothing will make me smoke faster than the Arkansas summer. I'll say that. It's,
True.
Most people are like out there in the winter, I can stand in that all day. I might shiver.
Take your
I might be
time.
cold, but I'm going to take my time out there in that heat. When,
Yeah.
when the humidity will put an ember out,
Yes.
and you
Makes
just-
your cigarette like all soggy.
yeah,
too.
yeah, just damp.
Yeah.
You can't smoke a cigar.
No.
Oh man. Well, it's 6:30. I suppose we should go ahead and get into your 6:30 block. That's your Ag Vantage report and the rest, and we can join you on the other side of it before we get into your Robbins RV Super Trivia. Again, go to Facebook Live, like, share, comment,
Yeah.
get that, get entered into the drawing for the
My jacket.
beautiful for Patrick's jacket.
take
Yeah,
it.
that would be. I think we'd get a lot more.
It's the first time I used it.
probably
There's no sweat stains in it yet.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna forget about the painting. It's now
Oh.
Patrick's jacket
yeah.
or my iridescent bird feather jacket
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
covered
Yeah.
in toothpaste.
Your hieroglyphic. It's covered in toothpaste.
Who brushes their teeth with their jacket on?
know.
Oh,
What? Yeah. Why do you do that?
I'm lost. I am a lost puppy this morning.
Do you, like getting fully dressed and then brushing
yeah.
your
You're like,
teeth.
what have I forgotten?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My mouth tastes like the Soviet Union. All right, let's get into it, and we'll see you on the other side. We'll be back with the Burr Crew.
Harris Drug and Gifts. A gift for everyone, for every occasion. Whether it be their Razorback corner with every possible gift for that sports fan in your life, or the large selection of home decor and candles. For mom, or that wonderful lady in your life. Harris Drug and Gifts is one of the largest gift stores in the area, providing gift ideas for every occasion, for everyone. Harris Drug and Gifts, 205 Kdqn Avenue in historic downtown Kdqn. And of course, who could forget Renee and that full-service pharmacy? Harris Drug and Gifts.
Good morning. I'm Scotty Woodson from the EAB Ag Network with your EAB Early Morning Market Update. Let's recap the markets. Now, they closed yesterday. December corn at 670.5 up 3, with March corn at 676.5 up 3 3/4. November soybeans at 1408 3/4 up 3/4, with January soybeans at 1416 1/4 up 2 1/4. December wheat at 903 1/4 up 31 3/4. March wheat at 915 up 30 3/4. October cotton at 90.44 up 40, with December cotton at 88.49 also up 40. November rice at 17.36 up 4.5 cents. January rice at 17.66 also up 4.5. Moving on to livestock now. October live cattle at 143.05 down 52.5. 146.5. December live cattle at 146.27.5, down 62.5. September feeder cattle 175.37.5, down 32.5. With October feeder cattle at 175 even, down 112.5. October lane hogs at 89.37.5, up 67.5. With December hogs at 75.82.5, down 42.5. That's your EAB Early Morning Market Update, brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Member FDIC, field tested and farmer approved.
Seeing agriculture at work all around us is like seeing hope in action. Farmers and Merchants Bank helps farmers and ranchers every day with production loans, equipment, real estate, and more. And we know finding the right lending expert is vital too. That's why we now have our lenders and their areas of expertise right on our website, mebanking.com. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender, growing with agriculture.
Today's cereal plant breeders' efforts now contribute up to 70% of your farm yields, up from 50% via better plant genetic potential. The Seed Innovation Protection Alliance member companies want to earn your business as they reinvest 15% of their sales into better genetics with new traits for higher yield, improved end-use quality, and crop vigor for a changing environment. Join us in reinvesting in your future. Buy new, professionally produced seed from authorized seed companies and dealers. To report a seed infringement, call 1-844-SEED-TIP.
At the sale on Saturday, October 15th at J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana, there were 1,158 head of cattle on offer. Number 1 steers under 300 pounds sold from $155 to $190. 3 to 4 weight steers ranged from $150 to $180. 4 to 5 weight steers brought $145 to $168. 5 to 6 weight steers sold from $145 to $155. 6 to 7 weight steers ranged from $138 to $151. 7 to 8 weight steers brought $135 to $145, and over 800-pound steers sold from $128 to $138. Number 1 heifers under 300 pounds ranged from $145 to $170. 3 to 4 weight heifers brought $140 to $165. 4 to 5 weight heifers sold from $135 to $158. 5 to 6 weight heifers ranged from $135 to $145. 6 to 7 weight heifers brought $130 to $139. 7 to 8 weight heifers sold from $120 to $131, and over 800-pound heifers ranged from $118 to $127. Packer cows brought $15 to $68. Packer bulls sold from $65 to $102. Stocker cows ranged from $800 to $1,450. Cow-calf pairs brought $950 to $1,550. Replacement heifers, $450 to $650 pounds, sold from $140 to $155. Bottle calves ranged from $130 to $200, and goats brought $100 to $125. And that's the report from the sale Saturday, October 15th at J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana. Cattlemen, don't forget the next sale Saturday morning, 10:30 at J&J. For AgVantage, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting.
Ashdown Schools make it easy to find just what you're looking for on the district's website at ashdownschools.org. View grades and email teachers with links to eSchool. View Facebook posts and news feeds even if you don't have a Facebook account, along with event calendars, sports, lunch menus, and so much more. At Ashdown Schools, we believe organization and communication play a vital part in the success of our students. Ashdown Public Schools, providing educational excellence since 1891. We are Ashdown.
J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana is the Arklatex leader in livestock marketing. Buyers and sellers meet Saturday mornings at 10:30 at J&J Livestock Auction Company. Call Blake or Shelby at the sale barn at 903-832-6401 or call Mike Daniel at 903-748-9022. J&J also sells goats and horses and offers livestock hauling and pinning. J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana, Saturday mornings, 10:30.
1 in 8 women in the United States will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. Early detection is the key to successfully treating breast cancer. Don't put off a screening that could save your life. Ask your healthcare provider to schedule your 3D mammogram with Windsor Radiology at 1357 West Colin Drive in Kdqn. Windsor Radiology accepts most major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and offers discounts for cash pay patients. For more information, call Windsor Radiology at 870-518-4332.
You know, lots of people enjoy deer season, but I prefer another kind of season. Bargain hunting season. All you need is a few dollars, a few minutes, and a Salvation Army family store. With great finds like TVs, gently used furniture and clothing, home decor, toys for the kids, and everything in between. At Salvation Army, you can go buck wild instead of sitting quietly in the cold for many many hours. Choose Salvation Army Bargain Hunting, and instead of wasting a buck, you'll save a buck. Your local Salvation Army Family Store is located at 223 West Stillwell Avenue in Kdqn. Happy hunting!
Are you ready for fiber to the home internet service? Four States Fiber is in the process of building a network to reach every Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative member, bringing 1 gig fiber internet service to homes and businesses with unlimited data, free installation, and no contracts. From high school sports to the Hogs to the pros, stay in the action as you stream your team to victory. Visit 4statesfiber.com and click on Check Availability for more information. 4 States Fiber, internet service you can be happy about.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for maintenance both shifts, production workers all shifts, part-time and temporary employment positions available. Between now and December 23rd, all new hires will receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications are available online at jobvite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply. All right, we are back live here on Kdqn 92.1, live on Facebook as soon as I get this sorted out. There we go. How are y'all doing today? Of course, our Facebook Live contest, I shared Rick Pruitt's comment there. You can read it. Or what is it? Yeah, follow, like, subscribe, or what? No, it's not a YouTube thing. What is it, Jen? Comment, like, share. There it is. Comment, like, share on the video, and then you get to get in the drawing for Jen's beautiful art piece. Let me put that back up there. There it is. Share, like, comment. I was like, follow, subscribe. We're not YouTubers here.
Yeah.
Man.
I wonder if we have any watchers on YouTube.
It doesn't say. Let's see. Yeah, we do. We have one watcher on YouTube. Look at
Well,
that.
hello,
Hey. Well, hello
to you out there.
Tuber. Talking about things I saw on YouTube yesterday. This whole James Corden situation.
Oh.
Banned 86th from a restaurant.
Not anymore.
Oh, they are going to allow him back?
I'm so mad about it. Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
I don't dislike a lot of people, and I dislike James Corden.
I don't think anybody likes him. I listened to a guy say he heard from an English comic, and I can't say the full quote because he called him a very, very bad name. But he said nobody liked him in England, and so he left and went to America, and it will only be a matter of time before Americans figure out, I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
Yeah. So he ended up calling this guy, Keith McNally, I believe his name is. He's a very revered chef, restaurant owner. He called him and apologized profusely. And then this guy goes back on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, whatever it was, and says, okay, he apologized, so he can come back. And I'm just like, what was the point of all of this then? He treated your wait staff horribly. Yeah, he apologized. I still don't think he should be allowed back. He's just going to keep treating people like that.
Absolutely. So here it is. Keith McNally, who owns popular New York eatery Balthazar, said Corden had been an abusive customer. Doesn't say anything. What did he do, though? What did he say? He's being extremely nasty to staff, it says.
He was telling the wait staff that they weren't doing a good job. He was yelling at them.
Yeah, typical British stuff, man.
Yeah.
At least in America, we complain about our restaurant, problems after we still do the whole thing. We tip and then we leave and say, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? You don't just go off on the wait staff and stuff. You don't know what kind of day they're having.
Exactly.
And if you don't take your bad day out on them either.
And typically it's not their fault. It's usually somebody in the back. They're taking the fall for everything.
Right.
Not all the time, of course, but
yeah. You're right. It's usually but that's kind of what you have to do as a waiter, though. You do have to, if they're messing up in the back and just fumbling, with all the food and preparation, all that stuff, then you're the one who's got to be taking the brunt of the. It's just like being a service advisor at a dealership for sure.
You'd know that.
Yeah, parts guys messing up, ordering the wrong thing, and all that. And you're not. I never did it. I don't think I ever actually told a customer actually what happened.
Yeah.
I usually was just like, hey, just some setbacks. It's going to take longer. We're going to need to keep your vehicle overnight type of thing. or I think I have used unavailability as a part.
Yeah.
Of a part, like it's taken an extra day to come in, even though I'm not going to say like, yeah, my guy ordered the wrong thing,
or he forgot to do the parts order.
Yeah, forgot to do the parts order,
Yeah.
or this and that. And then like in the back, the shop technician is like, it's just tougher than he thought. He's having to do a few extra things, not like, oh yeah, he crashed your car into the car wash or something at the dealership. Never talked about that.
I had a few of those working in the auto body shop. That was great. I have nothing to do with putting the cars back together, ordering parts, nothing, and I had to take the fall for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But you kind of sound like you're making excuses, and you sound unprofessional if you're going to blame it on other people.
100%. You don't ever want to be that. Like, it might seem better at the time with your personal customer there to be like, oh, the guy in the back, me and no, it's a team effort,
exactly.
And you think about it, restaurant is another one, but a dealership for sure, because it's so carved out. You got service, you got parts, and then you got sales. And having all three of those work well in conjunction, like let's just focus on the service side. Shop, so technicians and parts guys and service advisors, having all of them work in unison is very tough.
Yes,
it's very. In fact, if you bring your vehicle in for a repair and it gets done on time and you leave, it's a miracle that happened.
Absolutely.
It really is that, like, service advisor, or let's say, technician diagnoses it properly, gets the proper order into the parts guy orders the right part, you as a service advisor schedule it correctly, and it all gets done upon the agreed upon time there.
Yeah.
Wow. That was like,
And don't forget the parts driver, like LKQ or some company like that has to bring them up from Dallas or wherever it is. They have to be on time.
Yeah, and that's out of everybody's control in the
Exactly.
dealership. But it's kind of the same with restaurants too. You got the back end, you got the cook staff, the wait staff, and I guess kind of like the hostess as well, people who are, reserving tables and this and that. And yeah, it's really, in fact, when anything gets done here in America, it's a miracle.
Yeah. We have Mr. Albert on Facebook Live saying, "What's that like?
What's that
the
like?
service industry."
Oh, we need to have him on for this conversation.
Yeah, no
Go
kidding.
on for hours about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something as a service advisor, especially because shop dudes, if you work in the shop, you're a maintenance tech or you're just technician in general. It's kind of like day to day, like, oh yeah, it's you're not taking the full force of the customer.
Exactly.
And that, I'm not saying one is harder than the other. Me and Kyle there, me and Mr. Albert have been like, I can't do your job, and they're like, well, I can't do your job. I'd rather be back here with oil all over me,
Exactly.
than being talking to a customer and stuff.
Yeah. A lot of Karens.
Yeah, indeed. No, I was listening to a radio show yesterday, Ron Bennington on the XM satellite radio there. Ron's been in radio for like 30 years. I actually called into a show yesterday to provide some opinions on the James Corden thing, and then also to he was talking about industry slang. He wanted to know slang from all industries, so that's when he opens up the phone lines, and I was like, yeah, I've called into a couple radio shows before, and gave some industry slang that I cannot give on free FM.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the beauty of satellite radio. So yeah, they had a lot to say about the Corden situation. So that's where I heard it all. I didn't even know anything about this guy, but yeah, he seems like a dummy. And I just remember he gets really like sensitive and like calls out other people for different stuff when he himself is a giant butthead.
That's just a perfect way of saying it.
Yeah.
It's a giant butthead.
Giant butthead.
Yeah.
What in the world?
And just for this guy to go back and be like, no, it's okay. I accept your apology. You can come back. It's just useless. All of it. I hate
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
We got a minute before we get into your genuine RV and power sports super trivia. But Ralph Macchio says his New York accent cost him the role of Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Have you ever read a more dated irrelevant headline.
Was that like 40 years ago?
Yeah, Ralph Macchio, Marty McFly, Back to the Future. We all love Back to the Future, of course, but it's like, who's interviewing Ralph Macchio? And he's talking about his what cost him the role of Marty McFly. Like, dude, you still dwelling on that? You were the Karate Kid, and that's all you ever were.
I'm just looking at a picture of him because I didn't I recognize the name. I couldn't put a face to it. I don't think he'd be a good Marty McFly anyway.
No, of course not.
And he looks like he's got a heavy New York accent.
Yeah, they chose the right Marty McFly. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not even a huge Back to the Future fan, and I know that. Good. Yeah. We'll go with it was your accent.
Yeah. Whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah. And if you're an actor, you should probably have that in your skill set to be able to change up your accent a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you want varying roles.
Yeah. Or else you'll forever be like, I just can't get rid of this New York accent. I don't know what's.
You're just the angry guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly.
In
every movie. Yeah, absolutely. You can never star in some set piece film from say the Civil War film or. Are there even Civil War films? Now that I think about it, I don't think so.
Probably not much.
If Marty McFly, my New York accent cost me the role in Braveheart. No kidding. All right. We got to get into your genuine super trivia, so we're going to do that now. We will be right back.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smoothly by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or hay series tractors into More Your Equipment sales and rentals for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by More Your Equipment sales and rentals in Idabel or Kdqn to keep your Kubota running strong.
It's the Rocky Comfort Pecan Festival happening October 29th in downtown Foreman. All kinds of festivities to enjoy like live music, beauty pageants, the dessert cook-off, as well as tractor and car shows and much, much more. There will be many food vendors and craft vendors as well. For entries and more information, call 870-898-2758 or visit them on Facebook at Foreman Community Foundation. Sponsors include Domtar, Farm Bureau, Red River Oil, York Pecan, and Gregory Law Firm. This ad paid for with a combination of state funds and private regional association funds.
Bull riding and bronc riding fans, High-Low Pro Rodeo brings the 2022 Bull and Bronx Bash to Cross Point Cowboy Church Arena on Sunday afternoon, October 23rd at 2 p.m. Admission is free. Come enjoy the future of High-Low's bucking stock going head-to-head with some of the best rough stock riders from across the region. This is your chance to enjoy great bull riding and bronc riding right here in Nashville. Invite a friend and come enjoy the 2022 Bulls and Bronx Bash at the Cross Point Arena, October 23rd at 2 p.m. The Cross Point Cowboy Church Arena is located 5 miles west of Nashville on Highway 371.
Is it acceptable to go to Mickey D's just for a drink? Of course it is. But good luck leaving with just a drink. It's more than a drink. It's a Mickey D's drink. Right now, you can enjoy refreshingly cool small Coca-Cola, Sprite, or sweet tea for just $1. Get a small soft drink for just $1. Only at Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
All right. Time for some genuine RV super trivia, my friends. Genuine RV and Motorsports, formerly Robbins RV and Motorsports. It's Genuine RV and Power Sports, rather. Yeah, power. Over in Idabel, y'all know where it's at. Y'all know it's genuinerv.com is the website, and big things moving and happening over there. And also, there's been talk of an event.
Yeah,
there's been talk of an event. That's where I'm going to leave it for now. All right, but go and give them some love. Genuine RV and Power Sports. They may have a Facebook set up. I haven't done a whole lot of checking on that, but As soon as we get the information for Genuine RV, we will give it to you.
Yeah.
We just appreciate them for sponsoring the trivia segment, my friends.
Definitely check out the website. They've got all their
Hey.
deals, all their inventory, showroom, and all that good stuff.
Website,
Pretty cool.
genuinerv.com, huh?
Yes, that's correct.
There you have it. 642-2190. That's the number to call. 642-3637. If that one's blocked up, and 898-3624 if you're in Little River County, call on our dime. We have super trivia coming at you right now. I have your question.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it. If you call those numbers and get it correct, or Jennifer, or even Facebook Live gives it away.
Yeah.
You know, then you get to win yourself breakfast from Mickey D's.
Chance
Yeah.
Lambeth on Facebook. Are they going to give away an RV?
A couple years ago, we did do the hacky radio bit where we gave away an RV, and it was like a birdhouse. That was an RV.
Aw, you're lucky you didn't get sued for that.
No, you can't be. You can't be. That's like the guys who gave away the 100 grand,
Yeah.
and he gave away the bar, and then they're like, "Yeah, I bought a truck already." And it was just the candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no RV to give away, not yet at least. Let's get into your question. We've been rambling long enough. Here it is. These started popping up right before America was an independent nation, and they are still around to this day. Although they had a different purpose back then, you will find one in nearly every city in America. What are they? Vague. Keeping it vague, because as soon as I give some hints, you guys will get it right away. So I want some answers before we get into it. These started popping up right before America was an independent nation, and they are still around to this day. Although they have a different purpose back then, you will find one in nearly every city in America. What are they? Going straight to the phone lines. Good morning. You are live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Flags.
Flags is a great answer, but not correct. Jennifer?
Goodwills.
Goodwills is a good answer. Post office, says Kyle Albert on Facebook. Those are all excellent answers. I'm going to say post office is the closest answer out of all of those. These started popping up right before America was an independent nation, and they are still around to this day. Although they had a bit of a different purpose back then, you will find one in nearly every city in America. What are they? Flags came through. You had, what was it?
Goodwills.
Goodwills, which is a great one. Kyle Albert says post office. Those are all great answers. Post office being the closest. For a specific reason that I'm not going to give out quite yet. 642-2190, 642-3637, 898-3624. Give us a call. I need some answers rolling in before I throw out any hints. Going to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
City Hall.
City Hall is a good answer, but not what I'm looking for today. Jennifer?
Jails.
Jails is a good answer. And Vox Post says jails. John Baldwin says UPS.
Ooh.
Not those either. Those are all great answers. Now we're talking City Hall, jails, post office. Those are all sort of like kind of government agencies. This isn't, but you might think it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the government has one of its own, a big one. All right, that's kind of a half hint there. Going to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
A lying politician.
Oh, a lying politician. I believe you will find one in every city in America. Not correct, though, Jennifer.
Tax offices.
Tax office is a great answer. Kyle Albert says bank on Facebook there. Not correct, but we're getting into it. Guys, this particular building is going to have a focus on community. Big focus on community in the area. That's going to be the first hint that I throw out there. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Is it a civic center?
Civic Center is a great answer, but not correct. Not what I'm looking for today. Jennifer, you got anything?
Schools.
Schools is not correct. Vox Post says bar. Not correct either. Not only do these people focus... Oh, let's take this quick phone call before I give out the big hint. Going to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Why YMCA.
What is it? Oh, YMCA?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good answer, but not what I'm looking for. Jennifer?
I've got nothing. I'm going to
Got
go
nothing?
to Facebook and say funeral home. for
Funeral
Marcus
home
Simpson.
is a good one, but not correct. Let me read this question with my new hints. These started popping up right before America was an independent nation. They're still around to this day. They served a bit of a different purpose back then, but you will find one in nearly every city in America. There's a focus on community and, more specifically, economic growth. That is the big hint I can give out. That should give it away. Go into the phone lines right now. Let's go. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Good morning. Is it newspapers?
Newspapers is not correct, but that is a good answer. Jen looks stumped. So John Baldwin says church, not correct either. Again, the focus, community and economic growth. Let's see if these can nail it. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
The library.
Ooh, library is a good answer, but not what I'm looking for. Jennifer?
Legions?
Not a legion. Not a legion. They put on events. They reach out with small businesses in the area. That's about all I can give out. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Chamber of Commerce.
That's exactly correct. It's a Chamber of Commerce. Who do we have on the phone?
Olivia Wigley.
Olivia Wigley comes through and saves the day. Thank you so much for playing. You can pick up your winnings anytime after 7:10.
Thank you.
Thank you. Boom. Chamber of Commerce is the correct answer. Oh, did you see my Chamber of Commerce answer way up there? I didn't see that. Oh, it was. I saw, man. Vox Poe actually had it earlier. He said Chamber of Commerce right at 6:56 a.m. My bad on that one. Whoops. There's a ton of answers.
I was too
I
busy in my
appreciate y'all.
brain trying not to seem stupid.
You don't seem
I couldn't
stupid.
think of it.
Come on, listen to that question. It's ridiculous.
Little wordy there,
It's
buddy.
a little wordy and vague. That's the way to do it, though.
Oh, that's great, though.
Yeah, guys, it's National Chamber of Commerce Day. National Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why I said, the U.S. has a big one.
Mhm.
There's the U.S. National whatever Chamber of Commerce.
That's
and-
interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So how do we support our local chamber of commerce today? Donuts or coffee or something?
I bet that's, that's a good way as any, I
Yeah.
believe.
Just feed the people.
Yeah. Shout out to Vox Poe on Facebook or Rick Pruitt. I'm blowing you up. You use your actual photo. So I
Yeah.
don't think you're trying to be. Yeah. Chamber of Commerce was the correct answer. The first one popped up in New York.
Oh.
Before in 1773 or something like that. And then there was another one in Philadelphia and blah, and then here and then there. And then after we were like, these work pretty good. Let's put these everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. Anyway, it's time for the news, my friends. Chamber of Commerce, the correct answer. We'll be back after this news broadcast.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Shelter Insurance Agents Joey Bailey in Ashdown, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Todd Moore in Dirks, and by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. Carbon monoxide poisoning is suspected in the deaths of 3 Nashville residents, including 2 juveniles late last week. According to Nashville Police Chief Amy Marion, law enforcement and Nashville Fire Department personnel responded to a call around 11:15 Friday morning to 625 South Mill Street, where 3 individuals were found unresponsive. When officers arrived, they found the 3 victims in an outbuilding behind the residence. Authorities say the investigation revealed 3 people had been staying in the outbuilding on a temporary basis while renovations were being made to the home. A generator had been running all night to supply electricity for the outbuilding and is suspected as the source of the carbon monoxide poisoning. The 3 individuals have been identified as 49-year-old Raymond Jones, along with 2 juveniles who were 13 and 14 years of age. All 3 are from Nashville. They were pronounced dead at the scene by Howard County Deputy Coroner Chris Janes. All 3 bodies are being sent to the state crime lab for autopsies to determine an official cause of death ruling. In our next story, the Kostat Arts and Crafts Association wrapped up its 50th annual King Art Show earlier this month, and though attendance was not what organizers had hoped for, the art show itself featured one of the largest collections from regional artists in the show's history.
From this year, from last year too, and years before, our art entries are, and we're pretty proud of that. I don't think attendance was as much as last year. It was not as many people as we had hoped.
That was Nancy Youngblood, president of the Kostat Arts and Crafts Association. Youngblood said despite the smaller attendance, this year's art show was still a success. As part of its 50th anniversary celebration, the King Art Show also included a number of vendors, art-themed activities, and demonstrations. Youngblood said the art show would not be possible without the numerous sponsors who financially support it.
Oh, our sponsors are wonderful, and we couldn't have done this without them. They came through and were extremely generous, and we appreciate that so much. We couldn't have been able to have had the show without them.
The art show is not a fundraiser for the organization. In fact, Youngblood said the group's goal is to break even on costs and cash awards for the top artwork in each category. However, the group has some other activities planned in the future to help raise funds for renovation work and repairs to the art show's long-standing venue, the former King Schoolhouse, and the adjacent youth building.
We are going to have some fundraisers coming up, to counter some of our costs that we have coming up. We have some pretty extensive termite damage in our schoolhouse that we're going to have to get that repaired. And we had to redo and completely gut our kids' building last year because of some water damage. So we've got some things that we're going to have to take care of pretty quickly. And, of course, last spring, winter kids' building, that took a lot of funds.
One of those fundraisers includes hosting a haunted house inside the King Schoolhouse just in time for Halloween.
We're actually going to partner with the Kdqn junior class as a fundraiser, and we're going to split that 50-50 because they have the energy and the people, and we have the location and the advertising. We're going to actually partner with them, and that's going to be a wonderful event. I can't wait to see them and their energy and everything that they can do with the haunted house.
The CACA and Kdqn Junior class will present their first ever haunted house October 28th, 29th, and 31st from 7 to 9:30 each evening at the King Schoolhouse. Costs will be $10 for ages 12 and up and $5 for those 11 and under. For more information on the CACA and the organization's future events, visit KossatatArtsandCrafts.com or check out the group's Facebook page. We'll be back with more news following this break and these messages from our sponsors.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, the Woods Agency in Kdqn, Todd Moore and Dirks, or Joey Bailey in Ashdown.
Hey, Sevier County, have you heard? Teeter Motor Company has moved in right next door. That's right, Teeter Motor Company is your new neighbor in Polk County, and they want to show you why they have been the program car leader since 1968. It's a short drive to get the best deal on a pre-owned vehicle from Teeter Motor Company in Neenah. Just stop in and see Shannon at 1201 Highway 71 South or give him a call at 479-243-2040. And remember, the deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
And we are back with Kdqn News. Retired Ashdown Band Director Mark Pounds will lead the 2022 Ashdown High School Homecoming Parade as Grand Marshal this Friday, October 21st. The annual homecoming court presentation and pep rally for Ashdown High School will begin at noon in Dick Hayes Stadium. The parade will follow immediately after. The parade will begin at the high school, head south on Locust Street, turn left on Hagen Drive, left on Ellen, left on Locke Street, and arrive back at Ashdown High School. The parade will include the homecoming court, football teams, class floats, Purple Pride Marching Band, and alumni who graduated in years ending in 2 will each have floats. Alumni and community members are invited to line the route and cheer on the Panthers. The evening coronation ceremony will begin at 6:30 p.m. with kickoff against Arkadelphia at 7. In our next story, the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission is reminding Arkansans that there's still time to participate in its annual fall cleanup. The annual cleanup event will continue through October 31st. Arkansans across the state are encouraged to get involved by registering their own cleanup event or volunteering during one near them. During the Great Arkansas Cleanup, thousands of Arkansans volunteer to get involved with statewide beautification efforts and improve their communities by removing trash and discarded debris from Arkansas's roadways, shorelines, parks, and other public areas. Both individuals and groups are invited to sign up to organize a local cleanup. Cleanup event organizers can use Keep Arkansas Beautiful's print-ready promotional items to help recruit volunteers and learn how to organize a cleanup. Cleanup supplies, including disposable gloves, cotton gloves, and fluorescent safety vests, are also available through Keep Arkansas Beautiful. Last year, nearly 14,000 Arkansans volunteered to improve their communities by removing 286 tons of litter during 473 cleanup events. That's double the number of cleanup events held the previous year during the Great Arkansas Cleanup and Keep Arkansas Beautiful annual spring cleanup. Volunteers can find and join local cleanups by visiting keeparkansasbeautiful.com. The Little River County Courthouse will be closed this Friday for additional repairs to the building. County Judge Mike Cranford said crews will perform repairs to the subfloor and foundation support of the courthouse, and the building will need to be closed for those repairs to be made. Judge Cranford says he apologizes for any inconvenience and appreciates the understanding of courthouse visitors. The work is being funded through a grant from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program. Kdqn Public Schools has announced it is now seeking nominations for the district's Gifted and Talented program. The program is available for students in grades 3rd through 12th, and referrals are currently being accepted. To nominate a student, notify Kdqn School District Gifted and Talented Coordinator Crystal Minshew by calling 584-4311 or by emailing kminshew@kdqnleopards.org. The deadline for nominations is December 4th. And in our final story of the News Hour, beginning this week and continuing through October 23rd, Arkansas law enforcement agencies are intensifying their patrols aimed at drivers violating the Arkansas texting while driving law. Texting while driving is against the law in 47 states. The campaign, titled You Drive, You Text, You Pay, is a coordinated campaign designed to stop distracted driving. Law enforcement agencies across the state have pledged their support toward enforcing the law and educating violators. National Teen Driver Safety Week continues through October 22nd. Officials with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration are reminding teenagers of the danger in using their phones while driving. Using a phone to text, talk, or participate in social media while driving is unacceptable, even while stopped in traffic. Drivers should consider these reminders. If you're expecting a text message or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your phone in the trunk, glove box, or backseat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. And remember, you drive, you text, you pay. For more information, visit trafficsafetymarketing.org or contact the Arkansas Highway Safety Office at 501-618-8136. And check out more local news, sports, and upcoming events online at kdqn.net. You can also keep up to date with us on Facebook. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, Todd Moore and Dirks, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Joey Bailey in Ashdown. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
That's right. We back live. KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Do our first break here. We got our weather coming up next. We're going to have Superintendent Dr. Tyler Broyles calling in for a special interview, just going on about some of the new confangled things they got going on.
Right,
all
yeah.
that technologically advanced stuff they got.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some new incentives to promote more consistent, I guess is the way to put it, consistent teacher attendance rates.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you hear a lot about student absenteeism.
Yeah.
Well, teacher absenteeism has kind of been an issue. Now, Dr. Broyles was telling me that's not an issue he's actually run into at the local school district, but it is one I've reported on extensively for other school districts across Arkansas, because we consistently somehow rank among the schools with the districts that have the highest teacher absentee rates.
Well, millennials are becoming teachers.
Yeah, that's right.
So, they're millennials are becoming teachers, so we got to make sure we enforce, like, hey, there's certain jobs that you can't call out for twice a week. All right?
Yeah, it's not Starbucks.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah. We didn't no waking up saying, listen, my emotional support dog is having a bad day, so I got to call into work.
Well, speaking of which, I guess we previewed that a little bit. I believe he is on the line with us.
All right.
Oh,
We'll get into that. Let's go to it. Good morning, Superintendent Dr. Tyler Broyles. I think we have you on the phone. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Doing just fine. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, hey, great to have you with us, sir.
Thank you. Well, I heard you guys talking about the importance of attendance in the school setting, and we've got some exciting programs going on here to recognize our teachers at Cossatot River School District, and with attendance and celebration. And we really don't have a problem with staff attendance at Cossatot River. We're, I would say, average based on my experience, but we've all been there. We've all had those days where we call them mental health days, and in the teaching business, you can't be like you guys and just not come to work. You have to, just messing with you guys there. But, we student achievement is tied directly to teachers, and teacher attendance is therefore very important. So we want to provide an incentive to help maybe curb those mental health days that may come along. And with all the talk about students and school report cards and so forth, we thought it was important to recognize those teachers that show up every day. And we're doing a program to where if you have perfect attendance in a month, then the next month you're in a drawing to win a $200 Visa prepaid gift card. So November is the first month we're doing it. So if a teacher has perfect attendance in the month of November, then in December they will be put in a drawing to win a $200 gift card. And that's also true for our classified staff. Classified staff, all your cafeteria, custodial, and secretarial, the ones that are just as important and the ones we value just as much. And so we're doing two separate prizes, one for the certified teaching staff and the other for the classified staff. So there'll be two awards given each month all the way through May to help increase teacher attendance. Again, no real problem at Cossatot River, just one more extra thing to do to celebrate everyone who's come in and doing all they can. And we know we're going to have those days that call us away. We all have to be away from work sometimes. So that's what we're trying to target, just doing something positive for our teachers.
Yeah, life happens, and this and that, and it's good to hear that you don't really have a bad situation up there with it. But innovation is the name of the game that you guys have up there at Cossatot River School District, and that's a great incentive program. Something that you probably don't find at a lot of schools around or workplaces in general. Of course, like you said, there's personal days, there's mental health days, there's days where life comes up, but an incentive to be there on time every day that you're paid to do it, that helps. It really helps in the long run.
It sure does, and we put out some criteria to be eligible, and we think it'll be just another positive thing to celebrate our staff, and we're looking forward to it both on the teacher side and the classified staff side. We rely on those folks as well. They're just as important, and we value them just as much, so we want to celebrate those guys too.
Yeah, for sure.
And as you mentioned, it's not a problem you've identified specifically within the Cossatot River School District. Just a new program introducing out there. But you and I talked a little bit about this. This is obviously consistent teacher attendance is not just good for academics, but it's also it's financially sound for the district. I've read before that if you look across the state, public schools spend probably tens of millions of dollars a year on substitute teachers.
Absolutely. That's another aspect of it. That's a good point, is it's not only going to help us focus better on student achievement, which is the discussion right now among schools, I'm sure you all have heard, but also on the financial side, because schools spend a substantial amount of money on substitutes. And the general public doesn't necessarily always think about that as being a cost, but it certainly is a line item in a school's budget, substitute teaching. So this will help us decrease costs as well. Everything going to impacting students in a positive way. When staff are here, students can learn, and when our expenses are down, we can put more money towards our students, and it'll really be a positive thing.
Well, awesome, Dr. Broyles. Thank you so much for taking some time to explain that program. Just another part of the dynamic Cossatot River School District. Unless there's anything else you wanted to mention on that, I'd say, sir, we appreciate your time as always.
Well, I just want to put a plug into the new program real quick. We're doing also for Teacher of the Year. You may have heard of Arkansas Teacher of the Year, where a lot of schools do the local Teacher of the Year. Each campus votes a Teacher of the Year, and then the winner of each campus goes on to be in a vote to win the Teacher of the Year for the district, and that employee can go on, if they wish, and participate in the Arkansas Teacher of the Year. And we haven't had that here, so we're starting that this year, where you can win Teacher of the Year in your building, and the same with our classified. At the end of the year, we're going to recognize a campus Teacher of the Year and a campus classified Employee of the Year, and we're going to vote on those to be recognized as district. And at the beginning of next year, at our back-to-school meeting, we're going to recognize those folks who were voted by their peers to be Teacher of the Year in the building and district, and also classified Employee of the Year for the building and district. So another positive program to celebrate our staff and motivate folks.
And I absolutely love that right there, a Teacher of the Year recognition. I mean, I think the two hardest jobs in our society, soldier and teacher, and there's a lot of crossover right there. Both got their own battlefields.
You bet. Well, that's absolutely right, and I appreciate you guys giving me the time this morning to tell you what's going on. It's always a pleasure.
Of course, man. We love having you on and hearing about Cossatot River School District. I mean, you make it sound like a great place to work. So definitely shout out to the website, your social media. Everything is really on point. You're really taking it to the next level. And you know what? I'm not sure if it's official yet. Maybe I can confront you over the phone about it. But Cossatot River Eagles fans might be able to be hearing their basketball games broadcast. Are we still thinking about that?
Yes, we finalized that with Bunyard Broadcasting earlier this week. They will be able to listen to the lion's share of our Cossatot River School District Eagle basketball games on your sister station, Kdqn 104.1. We're proud of that. Philip Fields will be the announcer.
He's great.
Yes,
Most of our home games and some of our rivalry away games are going to be on 104.1. We also stream the games live on YouTube, so lots of ways to get involved and listen to those games and watch those games too.
Awesome, man. Well, we couldn't be more excited, and Philip Fields a great get for that. He's a great broadcaster for call-in, play-by-play and stuff. So looking forward to that too. Again, Dr. Broyles, man, always great to have you on, and looking forward to talk to you next time.
You bet. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too.
You too. Thanks.
Boom. Just like that. Broyles, he won the treasure chest back in the day when he was a kid.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's been a long-time fan of KDQN and winning a little money back in the day when he was a kid. I could never get him out of him. I don't think he remembers what he spent it on, but I was like, come on, man. Bazooka Joe gum and what was it?
Yeah.
New football.
He's a big fan of yours.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe Greg Rebels.
Yeah, I think it's Greg Rebels.
I doubt that.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the weather real quick. We'll do the weather brought to you by First State Bank.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do. We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Number one country weather.
You are being attacked. Let's take a look at the weather. Let me throw a refresh on that. Freeze warning this morning.
Yes.
Freeze warning.
Freezy out
Yeah,
there.
definitely freezy.
Frost on the windshields this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see any.
Not in my house either.
I didn't get up early enough as well.
When I went by Gentry Chevrolet, there were frost on those windshields.
Frost on the windshields.
The closest thing we're going to have for to rain for a while is the frost in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a little rain first of next week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like it. I like the sound of it. Today, it's going to be sunny day with a high near 63 tonight. Frost again, otherwise mostly clear, a low around 33. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 75, frost in the morning. Tomorrow night, a low around 44. Friday, sunny with a high near 84. And Saturday, looking sunny with a high near 86. Sunday, more of the same, but Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday all have varying degrees or varying percentages of precipitation, I guess is the right word there. 50% on Monday, 50% Monday night, 40% Tuesday. So I think we're going to see some rain before it's all said and done.
Yeah, no need to let your faucets drip or anything
Yeah.
tonight. Not going to be cold enough for that. But if you brought all your house plants and all that inside last night, just go ahead and keep them one more night, and you can put them back out because we're going to have another spring coming up this weekend.
Yeah. I did pull this up before the show, and I haven't really read the article, but the article suggests, or it's from the Atlantic, do millennials make for bad employees?
Yes.
The generation has been called lazy, entitled, and narcissistic. Their bosses beg to differ.
I get one free Atlantic article a month, and you just ruined it right
Did
here.
I just do that?
Yeah. I've been saving it for our IP here because they check individual IPs. You have just ruined my one free Atlantic because I
Darn
don't
it.
like it enough to pay for it.
Sure.
but-
Well, why
You can
doesn't
look
it
at
give you
mine.
the thing?
All right.
Why doesn't it give you the thing where it's like, continue reading this article?
Oh, it'll do that now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, when I try to go read the next story.
Dang it. And I didn't even read it. Oh, man.
Any case, I'll let
Excuse
you
me.
pass. I'll wait till November to read my next one, I guess.
Right.
So let me guess, a millennial wrote that article.
Let's see here, by Jillian B. White.
Yeah, that's
That's a millennial name?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll say that since we don't know.
Yeah. Yes, many millennials are still crashing on their parents' couches, and there's data to support the claim that they generally want more perks but less FaceTime, and that they hope to rise quickly but don't stick around for very long. Millennials also have been pretty vocal about their desire to have more flexible jobs and more leave time. You know, other countries in the world, of course, they got that crazy vacation and, paternal leave and all that kind of stuff. But,
tax people to heck and back for
exactly. We work pretty hard in this country. We have the 40-hour work week. It's not asking that much, to be honest with you. 40 hours, that seems pretty good. What do you think on that?
Yeah, I mean, there are some conflicting studies, right?
Okay.
You look at there's one country over there. It's some Scandinavian country.
Yeah.
Of course, they always rank the highest on everything.
And the study was done by Jürgen Schmergenoff.
Right. But there's some place that has like a 32-hour work week, so that's 4 days a week, and actually their productivity rates are higher than ours. So the idea being is that if you give the employee an extra day off, that the 4 days they are at work, they're going to work that much harder.
Right. So are they doing that as a percentage, or is they doing it as overall?
Yeah, they are doing it as a percentage.
Yeah,
because overall, it never competes.
which means you may work better for 4 days, but you don't get as much done as you do in 5 days.
Right. I think that's absolutely right.
So as an employer, you would have to hire more people to get the same amount of work done.
Yeah. And
Correct?
I don't believe it's an American way of thinking that when it's Friday, you kind of phone it in a little bit. You don't care that much because, stuff can be left for Monday. So now you're just doing that on Thursday. You're like, Monday when I come back. So we almost have to consider that fourth day is like a half day by Friday standards.
Right.
Yeah. What about there are a lot of local schools going to 4 day week.
There are,
Yeah.
Yeah, now they go longer during the day,
yeah.
right? It's almost like a 8-hour day as opposed to a 7-ish or whatever.
Yeah,
that
they
cut
make the time up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I believe it sounds good to me. It does, but I almost feel like you have to you have to do them in conjunction with a 4-day work week, like 4-day school week, and the kid's off on Friday, and you got to work.
Yeah.
Now you got to find.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay or something to
figure out
watch
some kind of
watch-
childcare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
figure out some kind of childcare, unless of course the kid is old enough. And how old does a kid have to be before you can go to work on a Friday and he stays? and they stay
13
home?
or so?
28 now, I think.
20.
If the millennials, 28.
Yeah, in the basement.
And I will say, I recently, it was a few years back, read a story about a lot of German manufacturing industries are going to 4-day. They're going to 4-10s. And because their studies have determined they can get more done in a 4-10 schedule than they can get in a 5-8 schedule. Now, this might work in Germany. Germany, 50% of the jobs over there are manufacturing jobs.
Yeah.
In America, what is it, 3%, 7%, something like
We're
that? We
all about
manufacture
service.
nothing in this country anymore because we've outsourced it all to China and or Taiwan or whatever. But in places where they actually still build stuff, if you're out there on an assembly line, that extra day off is probably a huge benefit for you.
You're
If
literally working for the weekend.
Well, and
if you're making a Pirelli tires, or you're making, you work at H&K or whatever some of the big German industries are over there, where you're just on an assembly line.
H&K, is that like weapons manufacturing?
Yeah. They do optics and stuff like that as well.
They, and the thing about it is when you're manufacturing something, if you're making something, there's a startup time and there's a shutdown time.
Yeah.
So if you go longer, you don't have to do that as many times. That helps.
Right.
That's true. Now, I'm sure these places they probably operate 7 days a week or whatever.
Yeah.
They just have different
Shifts,
rotating shifts.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the thing. I can't think of too many jobs here in America where the steam whistle blows and you just like drop what you're doing and I'm done. We're like very
You mean
much
like Fred Flintstone?
like Fred Flintstone.
You got to work
and
for the
he
government to have
races
something
out.
like that.
Yeah,
in America.
Yeah. Like in the middle of a tax or some kind of form, you're like, I can't do it.
You never been in my office at 5 o'clock.
That's what I'm
have you?
saying.
Well, but your
we do
private-
lots of small businesses here and service. That's your private practice. You got to do that. On the assembly line, I'm sure everything stops. Like
Yes.
you just
And
and
it's
then-
probably timed well for
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Yeah.
Or if it's something, at least they go to the workers and be like, hey, do you guys mind if we put in a couple extra hours? And believe me, the overtime's going to be well worth it, you know?
Am I wrong? If the vast majority of jobs here are all service.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean, I think like
So
70%.
You can't cut a day out of that.
No.
So,
You can't close a restaurant down a day. Or
No. So you'd have to develop a whole shift system and all that. It's just, Fridays off for the country. It would never work, and I'm sure it's not like that over there that have, some businesses adopt it and some don't, right?
Sure.
Or was that article that you were talking about? Like,
I think that's
nationwide?
is that in Sweden?
It
The
got to
one
be
I was-
something like that.
Yeah, the one I was talking about was in Germany. This
Okay.
article
Oh,
I
yeah, the
read.
H&K,
But
yeah,
a lot of European countries, they held on to their manufacturing. They decided that it means that our stuff's going to be more expensive for the average consumer, but that's worth keeping manufacturing over here. We have been looking for cheap things for so long that so much of our manufacturing has gone to China. Now the discussion is turning like we realize that China is now so critical for our supply chain and at the same time, like the relations between us and China have never been worse.
Right.
Not since the Korean War.
Yeah.
Really have they been as bad as they are right now. We're back into defensive relationship with one another.
Yeah.
That it's almost a national security issue now to have China produce so much stuff for it, because if they just turned it off, I mean that would destroy the supply chain for us. So
And
now
if-
there's talk to bring all that manufacturing back over here. Impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want it, the only reason you can go to Walmart right now and buy a pair of pants for the same price that you could 30 years ago, that's because of China.
Yeah.
They have really cut down on inflation.
Right. So not only would it affect the consumer, like the prices that they pay and this and that, but you can't just expect to just plop manufacturing like warehouse stuff down and expect the people that are working nowadays to work as hard as they did when they were still here forever and a day ago. It seems like now.
You
know,
remember,
my whole life.
Yeah.
China has been manufacturing the things that I wear and play with and use, and it would never, and I just don't think the workforce is as good now. I just don't.
the infrastructure deteriorates so quickly. We all know the big EPI building here in town. When it closed, within a year, it was unusable.
Right.
Within a year of not being used, there were plants growing inside of it. The roof is collapsing in.
It's
The
like
last
half
I
of
heard, it
Russia.
would cost a couple of $1 million to get that building ready for something to go inside. What manufacturer is going to want to spend $2 million just to get a building? It'd be cheaper to tear the thing down and put a brand new one up there.
Right.
You know, so
and you have to convince manufacturers to set up.
You sure it's not being used right now?
Well,
I think it is.
Is it? I mean, I've been a little out of touch on that end for a while, I guess. So,
But there was a time where it wasn't.
There was a time.
It was a long
It had to
time.
get. I mean, it got sold at a relatively inexpensive
Yes.
price, and then
it took a while for that price to go down.
Yeah, and then, but it was purchased and is being used as a storage facility, I believe.
But it's that's no jobs.
No. I know.
Storage facilities don't
That's
create
right.
jobs.
And-
When I went to Belgium back in the mid late 2000s. I went to a Levi's plant where they actually in Belgium make Levi's pants, and I asked them, I was
Which
like,
are
how
$50 a pair or more.
Yeah, and I asked, how in the world is this still here in Belgium, where you guys obviously you pay people like $70 an hour to work at this place? You know, they said, man, we keep charging high for pants. We figured it would be a lot better to have a Levi's plant in Belgium and have people buy pants that were quality pants made by people right here in their own country than to send it to China so people could save a few bucks.
Yeah,
they
not
made
to
those
mention
decisions a long time ago.
Yeah, the bad labor tactics they have over there too. I mean, I don't know how strict child labor is and stuff, but obviously, you know, that's been an issue.
Sure.
Right. And not to mention, even if it's not child labor, paying so low for somebody to work, 16 hours a day on some pants assembly line or something. It's kind of there's a human rights issue that gets brought up.
But only through our own lens.
Of
like
course.
if you ask Chinese people who work at those plants, they're like, man, I was starving in the countryside before this Nike factory
Take
opened
my
up.
16 cents a day. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm making more now than I ever have. It's building a middle class in China, which is going to be good for the United States. We just get over this weirdness we have with them right now, because at some point Chinese people are going to have money in their pockets, and they're going to want to buy stuff that they can't make over there, stuff that we make over here, maybe, and they're going to start spending money over here.
Yeah, but isn't bringing like huge manufacturing industries back over here, doesn't that flip kind of how our economy works a little bit, like over on its head? Like we're all about low personal tax rates, right, but high corporate tax rates, and we'd have to give incentives to those businesses to want to put, you know, it's not like the government can just be like, hey, you're now going to be putting your plants here. Right? I mean, like, we'll have to offer wild incentives for that.
And I think that there's a more elemental problem, and that we just, right now, for instance, our labor force has never been tighter in the nation's history.
Right.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of folks out there looking for jobs right now.
There's more open jobs than there are people looking for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now we just create a bunch more open jobs over here that we don't have people to fill.
Right.
That's not going to do any good.
Yeah.
You know? And we're out of touch, you know, and with manufacturing as well. There's not a whole lot of people born and bred in that industry. I still remember being in Canada and driving around once. Went with some friends to Windsor, Ontario, which is like the Detroit of Canada as far as car manufacturing go. And we went there with my buddy's grandpa, and his grandpa, I guess, had lived and worked in Windsor, and he took such pride in looking at the vehicles he saw driving around. He's like, you see that car right there? That was built in the plant I worked at. You see that one? Built in the plant
put
that
that
I worked
carburetor
in.
in.
Yeah. He was born and bred in that industry environment. We don't have that anymore. You know, I don't know if we have a bunch of people that'd be ready to get back on an assembly line. You know?
I wonder about that, you know, or at least not be as effective at it.
That's not to say, hey, we have extremely hardworking people in this country. You go in the logging woods, but you also I've talked to a lot of loggers that are like, man, I love the outdoors. That's what I do. I like being outside all the time. I like operating heavy equipment and stuff like that. I just don't know if we have a lot of people that are mentally ready to get into an assembly manufacturing environment again.
Our hard workers are tied up too. Not sure if they're wanting to take the risk of going to a plant that might fail when they're already at a place that's working pretty good. You know?
Well, and that goes back to the labor force.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have enough people not working that are wanting a job.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a problem you have now. I mean, even without looking at these new places, I mean, people have trouble finding people to work today.
Yeah. for something
100%.
as simple as a restaurant needing
Yeah.
a server,
Yeah. Yeah.
or even something like a profession that has a lot of dignity, has a lot of respect. Maybe doesn't have the pay that it deserves, but I'm talking like law enforcement. At the political forum that Dr. Walker and the college did last week. The sheriff Robert Gentry made a really good point. He's like, when I started in law enforcement 20-something years ago, he said I'd have a stack of a foot-high stack of applications in my office if I needed to hire somebody. He said now he's like, there's a couple of pieces of paper in there.
We talked about this on Regrettable podcast, washtopodcast.com. These millennial or this new workforce, Gen Zers and whatnot, who are 86% more likely to want to be a social media influencer over than anything else. We're going to need them to fight for the country, join the police, fight fires, save people's lives in a hospital. We're going to need them to do all that, and none of them want to, percentage-wise. I mean, a vast majority of them don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, the whole you ask kids what they want to be, and they
Fireman,
go, police officer,
Yeah.
paleontologist.
No, I want to be Kim Kardashian. No. No. Guys.
Dental hygienist is the one I hear so much of.
Yeah, because that one is so like.
How about a dentist? Don't just be the guy who does all the work for the dentist. So so he gets paid big bucks.
Exactly. You want to scrape plaque off teeth? No, you want to go and just be the guy who, like, flashlight.
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, there it is. Take it
Order
out.
somebody.
Exactly.
To do dental hygienist sounds like the worst job in the world.
I feel like that's one of those jobs. Like when I was in high school, and this, I'm not. We're not. Saying either of these are bad.
No.
Okay, but like, and especially not my example. Social work. Every girl graduating from my high school graduation was all there. I'm like, we're gonna have a flood of social workers. Is there that much social work that needs to be done in Canada? I wonder. Sure there is, but all of them. Nobody wants to hop into lawyer or
something else.
No,
Accountant,
and I feel like it was one of those like, social worker blanket statement, because I have no idea what I'm going to do when I go to college.
Yeah.
Mine
What
was
does a
psychologist.
social worker do? That's what you should ask.
Yeah, I did. I still don't know.
I think they're confusing party planner with social
Oh,
worker.
okay. Yeah. Party social
that may be what
worker.
the deal is.
That's
They
right.
want to be party planners, not
Yeah.
social workers.
Yeah.
So,
oh man. Well, we talked for long enough on all this. Let's get back to the waka waka, and we got your birthday club coming here in just a moment. Brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed.
Did you know the overall suicide rate has increased 35% since 1999? Too often, feelings of shame and stigma stop people from discussing suicide and its effects. Suicidal thoughts are a symptom. Senior Behavioral Health and Cedar Haven would like to bring awareness that just like any other symptom, they can be treated and they can improve over time. In these challenging times, hope and healing are needed more than ever. At Mena Regional Health System, it's patients first, always.
Funding and supporting the police is important. Our brave men and women in law enforcement deserve our support. You can vote to support our law enforcement by voting for Issue 4 this election. Issue 4 will safely legalize the sale of cannabis to adults 21 and older and creates $46 million in tax revenue that will go to more funding for local police departments, more funding for protecting our communities, more funding for safer streets. A vote for Issue 4 is a vote to fund our police.
Paid for by Responsible Growth Arkansas.
The annual Trains of Terror Haunted Train Ride has already begun, with the next terrifying train departures happening on Saturday, October the 22nd at Beavers Bend Depot. Experience this spooky and fun-filled experience. Trains begin departing at dark and run until around 10:30 p.m. Concessions on site and tickets on sale from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for just $10 per person, ghoul or goblin. To find your way to the Beavers Bend Depot Trains of Terror, take 259A north or south entrance into Beavers Bend State Park for approximately 6 miles and follow the signs.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in DeQueen today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
Launching right into it, we have to apologize to the Facebook Livers because we cannot play the Birthday Club song on
Yeah,
Facebook.
you can't do that,
Yeah,
can you?
it's Beatles, man. You can't mess with the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to turn you up, Jen. Nobody can hear you.
Okay.
Your microphone's attacking you. Get it right.
I'm trying.
Let's get it right.
What are we doing?
There you go.
All right. We're good.
All right. 642-2190. We're doing the Birthday Club, Greg Revels, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. I was
knew
just
that.
watching Jen struggle with her microphone.
Little Dirk's birthday.
Lil Dirk's?
Little Dirk.
Oh, Lil Dirk.
Not Little Dirk's.
What if you're from Dirk's and your rap name isn't Lil Dirk's? I don't know what to tell you here.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
turn you
what
off
it
there.
exactly should be.
Dun, dun, dun. It's gonna pop up. You got to get it. Yeah. I got you turned off.
It's
until you
easier
set
for
that
you to
up.
move than it is to do that.
Yeah, and then leave it. See? You're like, it's coming up.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a little short. So
Well, get some posture going.
okay.
642-2190. Get some birthdays in. What do we got
Ooh,
today?
we got a few,
What do
huh?
we do?
You got some birthdays?
Apparently. Let me see what these say here.
Not enough, huh?
No.
Not enough for me to get one.
And Jen, you transferred your mic problem to me now.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Hey, I've got a birthday party announcement here.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a 90th birthday party honoring Eldon Miller of Horatio Saturday, November 5th from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Horatio Elementary Cafeteria. No gifts, just bring your stories and come visit.
Gotta bring a gift,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Does it have to be a story about him?
I don't know. It doesn't
Or just
say.
a story?
Just, I'm sure stories about him would be more appropriate.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
So again, that's Saturday, November 5th from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that's for Eldon Miller.
Eldon Miller.
90th
Nice.
birthday.
I know it says no gifts, but you have to bring a gift. If anybody ever tells you no gifts,
That means you.
that
gotta bring
means
a
you
gift.
better bring a gift.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, happy birthday to Wayne Wise of Grannis. He's 66 years old today, Wednesday the 19th. Happy birthday from Gwen, Joel, and the rest of the Hardens and the Wises. Happy birthday, Wayne.
Very nice. Big happy birthday to Aaron Gutierrez. He turned 9 on Monday. So this is a happy belated birthday. That's from Aunt Veronica. Happy birthday, Aaron Gutierrez. I'm having to watch my aunt and aunt.
Mhm.
Aunt, I guess, is a northern thing. What do you say, Greg?
Aunt.
You say aunt. You say aunt?
I do both. 'cause
I
I'm
do. I
never
do
sure.
both.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I say aunt when I have the name. I'll say Aunt Veronica, but if I just read, I read
yeah.
aunts and uncles when it's just that. Thank you very much, sir. Big happy birthday to what is that? Emily Igarte. Turned 18. Is that today? Cool. All right, and that's from brothers Nathan, Eli, and Isaac.
Oh, how sweet.
Happy birthday, Emily. Boom. Yeah, and Aaron Gutierrez, of course, happy belated birthday there. And I got one right here. Big happy birthday going out to Jeannie Elrod, Aunt Jeannie of Winthrop, from your favorite niece. Happy birthday, Jeannie Elrod. What?
From who?
Aunt Jeannie.
Yeah.
Oh, Aunt
Yeah.
Jeannie. So doesn't Aunt Jeannie sound bad? It's better. What's that? Oh, we got somebody on the line? Cool. All right.
We also missed a birthday yesterday. Very important. It was Jana Smith's birthday.
Jana Smith's birthday.
Yeah.
Our
Man,
own
she walks into
salesperson
a
here.
room and I swear the whole room lights up. I just love her smile. She's fun.
Yeah, she really lights
Here's
the place up.
Also, the craziest person in Sevier County is having a birthday today.
Who's that?
Adrian Taggart Ray.
No.
Yeah. If you see her, walk on the other side of the street.
There you go.
Yeah, because she may be unhappy about having a birthday. You never know about her.
You never know.
Nah, she's great. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving her a hard time.
Of course. Well, I do have somebody on the line. Who do we have on the phone for the birthday club?
I prefer to remain anonymous.
All right. Who are we wishing a happy birthday?
I would like to wish a very happy birthday to the one and only upset airplane attendant, mad scientist, and all-around good guy, John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Your voice sounds so familiar.
I have no idea who this is.
No idea.
No idea at all.
No, there's absolutely. I'm talking through some tinfoil. There's no way you'll ever guess who this is.
Yeah.
But I would like him to know that if things fail with my husband, I'm his.
Even him is Winston Churchill?
John Lith. Oh yes. My husband, William or Churchill.
You do know he's 76 years old, right?
I don't think she minds.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he's really great.
Awesome. Well,
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Of course. Thank you so much. A big happy birthday to John Lithgow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, Aunt John Lithgow. Of course, famous actor from Third Rock, what is it? Third Rock from the Sun? From the Sun.
Yeah.
And then Buckaroo.
Big theater
Bonsai,
actor.
He was in. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. I'm going to get spanked later.
He played.
He was also in Cliffhanger. He was a bad dude in Cliffhanger.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the
very,
other
very good.
He plays a very good bad guy.
He plays Winston Churchill in The Crown and does an astronomically good performance.
Right.
It's so good.
He was in what's that good one? 2010, the sequel to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Ah.
Yeah. Nobody ever talks about the sequel, but the sequel's pretty good, and he's in it, and he's very good in it. There you have it, my friends. 20 more seconds on the birthday club. If you want to call 642-2190, send it through our Facebook. I got nothing on the Facebook right now. You can also go to our Facebook Live and send it through there. Kevin Hancock says, good morning, everyone. That is our Slapfest promoter of a local show that he puts on. Great show for sure. We talked it up on Monday. Make sure to go to Slapfest USA and see their Facebook page, which is huge, and huge. And you can see the results from the previous night on Friday night when they were at Hochtown Saloon, and then you can stay apprised of when they're coming back around next. They do lots in Texarkana and the whole nine, so a little plug there for them. Also another plug going out to Kdqn Motorsports, 1587 Highway 70 West right here in Kdqn. You can buy or sell your ATV, UTV, motorcycle, or scooter. And guess what? They service them too with OEM and aftermarket parts for any motorcycle or ATV. Kdqn Motorsports is the place to go. Side by sides. If you're having trouble with your landscaping, trimmers, edgers, chainsaws, pole saws, hedge trimmers, sprayers, all of it coming with great warranty and great quality. Zero-turn mowers, X-Mark, Bad Boy, Cub Cadet, the whole nine. They got them all. Get the most for your money right here in Kdqn. Kdqn Motorsports, 1587 Highway 70 West, or give them a call today, 870-642-6511. At Kdqn Motorsports, your motorcycle will be fixed, son.
Freddie can do it all.
Freddie can do it all. That is a mantra I live by. Freddie can do it all. We got to take a brief break, and we will be back on the other side. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Accountability and responsibility. These are the most important traits of a county clerk, and that is why Jeff Walls is your prime candidate for Sevier County Clerk. He understands the importance of efficient budgeting, fluid functionality, and responsible resource allocation. He believes the county clerk position should be nonpartisan and should never choose sides in order to build transparency and trust in the voting system. Sevier County is ever-changing, and Jeff Walls wants to be part of that change. On November 8th, vote Jeff Walls as your Sevier County Clerk.
This ad is paid for by Jeff Walls.
When you're looking to buy a new car, truck, or SUV, or just need a quality repair shop for your existing one, James Hodge Dodge will definitely fulfill your needs. They pride themselves on being one of the outstanding dealerships in McCurtain County and for the surrounding area. Their entire team is fully committed to delivering on the Hodge promise. Great deals for both new and pre-owned vehicles and top customer satisfaction. And remember, free oil changes for life with the Hodge Auto Group, James Hodge Dodge, South Park Drive in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
If you are buying or selling property in the area, trust Kdqn Abstract to handle the details for you. Kdqn Abstract has worked hard to build a reputation of excellence and to earn your trust. Their experienced team will close your real estate transaction promptly, professionally, and accurately. Kdqn Abstract is who you want to handle your real estate transactions. Kdqn Abstract, 122 North 3rd in downtown Kdqn. Phone them at 870-642-2533.
It's the Rocky Comfort Pecan Festival happening October 29th in downtown Foreman. All kinds of festivities to enjoy like live music, beauty pageants, the dessert cook-off, as well as tractor and car shows and much, much more. There will be many food vendors and craft vendors as well. For entries and more information, call 870-898-2758 or visit them on Facebook at Foreman Community Foundation. Sponsors include Domtar, Farm Bureau, Red River Oil, York Pecan, and Gregory Law Firm. This ad paid for with a combination of state funds and private regional association funds.
We're back. Brew Crew, Kdqn 921, Facebook, Kdqn 921. Greg Revels on Kdqn 921. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Did you hear about Kanye?
No, I didn't hear about Ye.
No? Ye
There's
had
a
a
ye.
It's Ye. All
Ye
right,
or
get it
ye.
right.
Yeah.
If Chris Cuomo can get it right, you can get it right.
Yeah.
No, he had a big heated argument last night with Chris Cuomo, hooded from his dark vehicle. Just so weird, man. This guy's going insane. Going? Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, of course, under fire for all of his anti-Semitism. You know, talking about blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to give him a platform or talk exactly about what he's talking about. But, you know, people are calling it hate speech. I think he's just insane. You know, I mean, it's hateful. But what is hate speech anyway in our country? You know?
Yeah. I guess targeting a specific group of people, religion,
Right.
etc.
Right. But should that be illegal? That's that's like a conundrum, right? With our First Amendment there, the most important one, the free speech one. That one's important. Basically, he got banned off of Twitter, right? So he is now in negotiations. He's offered to purchase Parler, which is a more of a right-wing social media. He says, why would I remain in a place where I'm just tolerated? I want to go to a place where I'm celebrated. Like, just stop.
Some very narcissistic behaviors there.
Yeah, absolutely. This led to a conversation about the real reason Ye was booted from the two platforms for posting hostile remarks aimed at the Jewish community, including one in which he said, Kdqn 3. That's what he says he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it DEFCON?
Deaf.
It's deaf. He said death.
Yes.
He's a dummy. On Cuomo, Ye once again asserted his stance by claiming that these people make up a majority of music executives, and this is not hate speech. This is the truth. Blah 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 blah. He's really digging himself further into the ground, and claiming that longtime former pals John Legend, Chrissy Teigen are also part of the left agenda, and they're ones who are being like, this guy's insane, right? These former friends of his. I didn't realize how attached the Kardashians were to the left agenda when I was there. Listen, nobody wants you on their side. That's what I got to say. I don't believe that the right wing or the left wing is very excited to have you, coming onto their side. If this guy wasn't
no wing wants you on.
No wing wants you.
No.
You're gonna have to run as an independent in 2024 because we know he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he needs to be on a mental wing.
Yeah.
Of a hospital.
Yeah, he needs to be on the.
Yeah.
That's good.
He should donate a wing to a hospital, and then he can stay in it.
Yeah. I do. He is crossing the line, though.
He's totally crossing the line.
He is, and I don't think. That's not freedom of speech. That's if you're involving any kind of hate into it, then I do think it should be considered a crime.
Well, the way that we're handling it right now is we leave it up to the platforms and the businesses. Two of them kicked him off it for that stuff. So it's freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences. I don't believe that Kanye should be jailed and fined for his remarks. I just think that he should be left to obscurity.
Yeah.
And I mean, ham radio will about be the only thing left for him to go on to and scream and shout his nonsense.
Just
like
a poor attempt to try to stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this whole thing with after leaving Kim Kardashian, the whole thing is he's just gone insane.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep, he doesn't have that relevancy anymore.
Yeah,
So.
I got to bring it up because it's the biggest thing in entertainment news right now is Kanye West spiraling.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder how excited people are to have him as the owner of Parler, though.
yeah, I don't think anybody wants that.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean, listen to what he's talking about. Nobody wants that on their side or to be associated with it by on any means.
No.
You know, yeah. Kanye don't need to be telling the truth. I don't want you on anybody's side.
No.
Just go away. That'd be nice.
Maybe go back to rapping.
He hasn't, he's top 30 artists or something like that with some form of, 50 million listeners every whatever, how long. He's in the top, right?
Yes.
The man hasn't released a good song in years, years and years and years, He was an excellent musician. I will say that. Not just I never liked him rapping. His music that he creates.
Yes, he was a producer long before he was.
Yeah, exactly. And
who
then
he is now.
Yeah. And then people thought he was such a genius that he was like, well, I must be lyrically gifted too. I never liked his rapping, and I'm a rap fan.
Yeah.
But I never really liked his rapping. But his music that he used to make. I mean, come on, that Gold Digger song from back in the day, that was huge. And I don't believe there's anybody in the world who isn't going to tap their toe a little bit to that one.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you have it. We are running a bit late. We talked a lot about the economy and all kinds of other stuff and businesses and manufacturing and bringing it back and China relations and now Kanye and all of his stuff that we got to get into your news a little bit early. We'll play a couple words from some sponsors that can get into your news. Your news is brought to you by Horatio State Bank and Kubota Tractors. Just after some brief words, here's our news director.
Leadership, integrity, accountability, determination. These are the strengths Robert Gentry brings to the office of Sevier County Sheriff and why he's seeking your vote this year. 27 years in law enforcement has provided Gentry with the frontline experience needed to both protect and serve the citizens of Sevier County. From reducing crime and boosting deputy morale to strengthening community relations and building innovative programs, Robert Gentry has a proven track record as your Sevier County Sheriff. A vote for Robert Gentry this election is a vote for experience and for Sevier County. This message paid for and approved by Robert Gentry for Sheriff.
Accidents happen. Ricky's Body Shop can repair your dings or accident damage with results that speak for themselves. Ricky's Body Shop makes it easy, affordable, and reliable. They accept all insurances. You have a choice when it comes to repairing your vehicle, regardless of where your insurance company recommends. Plus professional home, auto, and commercial glass repair and replacement. It's Ricky's Body Shop, Lakeside Drive in DeQueen, 870-642-2811.
Pilgrim's Pride DeQueen Processing Plant has immediate openings for maintenance, both shifts, production workers, all shifts, part-time and temporary employment positions available. Between now and December 23rd, all new hires will receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications are available online at jobvite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in DeQueen, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Local farmers support our community, which is why Farm Bureau Insurance supports farmers with Ag Promise, a truly comprehensive policy that protects everything farmers rely on. It's affordable and backed by fast, friendly service. We promise.
In Sevier County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 584-3911 and ask Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins about protecting your agribusiness.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, DeQueen, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is KDQN, DeQueen, Ashdown, Texarkana. Local news this hour is presented by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. And by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in DeQueen and Idabel, your Kubota dealer.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. Carbon monoxide poisoning is suspected in the deaths of 3 Nashville residents, including 2 juveniles late last week. According to Nashville Police Chief Amy Marion, law enforcement and Nashville Fire Department personnel responded to a call around 11:15 Friday morning to 625 South Mill Street, where 3 individuals were found unresponsive. When officers arrived, they found the 3 victims in an outbuilding behind the residence. Authorities say the investigation revealed 3 people had been staying in the outbuilding on a temporary basis while renovations were being made to the home. A generator had been running all night to supply electricity for the outbuilding and is suspected as the source of the carbon monoxide poisoning. The 3 individuals have been identified as 49-year-old Raymond Jones, along with 2 juveniles who were 13 and 14 years of age. All 3 are from Nashville. They were pronounced dead at the scene by Howard County Deputy Coroner Chris Janes. All 3 bodies are being sent to the state crime lab for autopsies to determine an official cause of death ruling. In our next story, the Kossuth Arts and Crafts Association wrapped up its 50th annual King Art Show earlier this month, and though attendance was not what organizers had hoped for, the art show itself featured one of the largest collections from regional artists in the show's history.
From this year, from last year too, and years before, our art entries are, and we're pretty proud of that. I don't think attendance was as much as last year. It was not as many people as we had hoped.
That was Nancy Youngblood, president of the Kossuth Arts and Crafts Association. Youngblood said despite the smaller attendance, this year's art show was still a success. As part of its 50th anniversary celebration, the King Art Show also included a number of vendors, art-themed activities, and demonstrations. Youngblood said the art show would not be possible without the numerous sponsors who financially support it.
Oh, our sponsors are wonderful, and we couldn't have done this without them. They came through and were extremely generous, and we appreciate that so much. We couldn't have been able to have had the show without them.
The art show is not a fundraiser for the organization. In fact, Youngblood said the group's goal is to break even on costs and cash awards for the top artwork in each category. However, the group has some other activities planned in the future to help raise funds for renovation work and repairs to the art show's long-standing venue, the former King Schoolhouse, and the adjacent youth building.
We are going to have some fundraisers coming up, to counter some of our costs that we have coming up. We have some pretty extensive termite damage in our schoolhouse that we're going to have to get that repaired. And we had to redo and completely gut our kids' building last year because of some water damage. So we've got some things that we're going to have to take care of pretty quickly. And, of course, last spring, winter kids' building, that took a lot of funds.
One of those fundraisers includes hosting a haunted house inside the King Schoolhouse just in time for Halloween.
We're actually going to partner with the Kdqn junior class as a fundraiser, and we're going to split that 50-50 because they have the energy and the people, and we have the location and the advertising. We're going to actually partner with them, and that's going to be a wonderful event. I can't wait to see them and their energy and everything that they can do with the haunted house.
The CACA and Kdqn Junior class will present their first ever haunted house October 28th, 29th, and 31st from 7 to 9:30 each evening at the King Schoolhouse. Costs will be $10 for ages 12 and up and $5 for those 11 and under. For more information on the CACA and the organization's future events, visit KossuthArtsandCrafts.com or check out the group's Facebook page. We'll be back with more news following this break and these messages from our sponsors.
There's winter, spring, summer, and then there's football season. Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Take in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town.
Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smoothly by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or hay series tractors into More Your Equipment sales and rentals for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by More Your Equipment sales and rentals in Idabel or Kdqn to keep your Kubota running strong.
And we are back with Kdqn News. Retired Ashdown Band Director Mark Pounds will lead the 2022 Ashdown High School Homecoming Parade as Grand Marshal this Friday, October 21st. The annual homecoming court presentation and pep rally for Ashdown High School will begin at noon in Dick Hayes Stadium. The parade will follow immediately after. The parade will begin at the high school, head south on Locust Street, turn left on Hagen Drive, left on Ellen, left on Locke Street, and arrive back at Ashdown High School. The parade will include the homecoming court, football teams, class floats, Purple Pride Marching Band, and alumni who graduated in years ending in 2 will each have floats. Alumni and community members are invited to line the route and cheer on the Panthers. The evening coronation ceremony will begin at 6:30 p.m. with kickoff against Arkadelphia at 7. In our next story, the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission is reminding Arkansans that there's still time to participate in its annual fall cleanup. The annual cleanup event will continue through October 31st. Arkansans across the state are encouraged to get involved by registering their own cleanup event or volunteering during one near them. During the Great Arkansas Cleanup, thousands of Arkansans volunteer to get involved with statewide beautification efforts and improve their communities by removing trash and discarded debris from Arkansas's roadways, shorelines, parks, and other public areas. Both individuals and groups are invited to sign up to organize a local cleanup. Cleanup event organizers can use Keep Arkansas Beautiful's print-ready promotional items to help recruit volunteers and learn how to organize a cleanup. Cleanup supplies, including disposable gloves, cotton gloves, and fluorescent safety vests, are also available through Keep Arkansas Beautiful. Last year, nearly 14,000 Arkansans volunteered to improve their communities by removing 286 tons of litter during 473 cleanup events. That's double the number of cleanup events held the previous year during the Great Arkansas Cleanup and Keep Arkansas Beautiful annual spring cleanup. Volunteers can find and join local cleanups by visiting keeparkansasbeautiful.com. The Little River County Courthouse will be closed this Friday for additional repairs to the building. County Judge Mike Cranford said crews will perform repairs to the subfloor and foundation support of the courthouse, and the building will need to be closed for those repairs to be made. Judge Cranford says he apologizes for any inconvenience and appreciates the understanding of courthouse visitors. The work is being funded through a grant from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program. Kdqn Public Schools has announced it is now seeking nominations for the district's Gifted and Talented program. The program is available for students in grades 3rd through 12th, and referrals are currently being accepted. To nominate a student, notify Kdqn School District Gifted and Talented Coordinator Crystal Minshew by calling 584-4311 or by emailing kminshew@kdqnleopards.org. The deadline for nominations is December 4th. And in our final story of the News Hour, beginning this week and continuing through October 23rd, Arkansas law enforcement agencies are intensifying their patrols aimed at drivers violating the Arkansas texting while driving law. Texting while driving is against the law in 47 states. The campaign, titled You Drive, You Text, You Pay, is a coordinated campaign designed to stop distracted driving. Law enforcement agencies across the state have pledged their support toward enforcing the law and educating violators. National Teen Driver Safety Week continues through October 22nd. Officials with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration are reminding teenagers of the danger in using their phones while driving. Using a phone to text, talk, or participate in social media while driving is unacceptable, even while stopped in traffic. Drivers should consider these reminders. If you're expecting a text message or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your phone in the trunk, glove box, or backseat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. And remember, you drive, you text, you pay. For more information, visit trafficsafetymarketing.org or contact the Arkansas Highway Safety Office at 501-618-8136. And check out more local news, sports, and upcoming events online at kdqn.net. You can also keep up to date with us on Facebook. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer, and by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
I remember
When they used to say that KDQN 92.1 is back on the air for the 8 o'clock hour.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yes.
much. That is it. I'll be here all week.
You guys started talking yet?
No, not at all. We haven't
Never.
even begun. All right. We had a very special guest in studio just a second ago, and I said, "Hey, we're just going to cut our first break and get you on in." And then it's Alicia Rivas, and she
Yes.
said, "Do you guys want some drinks from Leopard Nutrition?" I said, "Darn right."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a couple of those.
Does a Tin Man have a sheet metal hat? Yes, he does.
All right.
Scare you a little bit? All right.
Yeah. I actually found out exactly how a dump button works over the weekend. It's a so funny. A dump button.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in case somebody says
Work for a
something-
trash truck is the most important button in the whole thing.
Boop. It just dumps it. Yeah. It's actually, it works like this. It's incredibly boring, so I'm not going to get into it. But
Fascinating.
Well, you guys were talking about candles
one.
the other day.
Yeah.
I wanted
yeah.
to bring this back up. You know, there was something you all were talking about people crying
it's
in
the 5-day late kid.
Yeah, I know. You're talking about
It's okay. It's still relevant.
It is.
grown men crying in the candle aisle at
Yeah.
Walmart. You know, they do have onion scented candles there for one. Okay, all right,
White
that's
onion.
what I would. Yeah, or the ice cream,
Yeah.
onion flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
But I got home
delicious.
yesterday and there was a smell in the house, and it instantly reminded me of Christmas. I don't know if it was pine tree or Christmas cookie,
Yeah.
or something. It
They
is.
do have one that's just Christmas.
Yeah, it's just generic
American-
Christmas flavored
Yeah,
candle.
Christmas flavored candle.
Yes, but it is so weird how smells will throw you out of your space time.
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
Christmas is, y'all. It is still like a long ways away.
It's basically next week. Come on.
I mean, according to like Dollar Tree, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
It's tomorrow.
Dollar Trees are already on Valentine's
yeah,
Day.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I went to Dollar General yesterday, and they do have. I'm pretty certain I saw an whole aisle of
Yeah.
nothing but Valentine's
Oh, wow.
Day stuff.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Get on it
But,
early.
You know, we're not very well themed at our house, is what I've realized. You know, back during the summer, Caitlin was burning pumpkin spice candles. Smells like fall in our
Yeah.
house.
The Christmas
Yeah.
hand towel.
It's 110 degrees outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Christmas hand towel. I'm like, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I go in, I smoke Christmas in the house, and I'm like, no, I'm putting my foot down. No Christmas candles, not until after
Christmas
Thanksgiving.
smells.
I think you guys are insane. I have gotten so much hate in the past, especially from family members. For I typically decorate for Christmas the week of Thanksgiving. And I think that it brings you to a good mind space. It creates a good kind of ambiance in the house, makes it comfy, makes it cozy. I don't think anybody should be hated on for that.
No, you're absolutely right. And I tell you, one thing Caitlin and I will do June 25th every year, which is the halfway point till Christmas.
Okay.
All right. Caitlin and I will play Christmas music that day.
Aw,
Yeah, a
love
little
that.
Bing Crosby, a little Nat King Cole, you know, a little Blue Christmas from Elvis.
What's the one dude? Johnny Winters or whatever?
Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Who's
yeah.
Johnny Winters?
No, there's a Johnny Winters.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
But
I don't know
Johnny
if he does any
Mathis,
Christmas.
100%. Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be too on the nose.
Yeah,
You know, Jim. Yeah, he only sings about summer.
Yeah, he only sings about July 4th. And
Yeah, but Johnny Mathis, yeah, oh man, he's killer at Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I have long said this, not just on this radio program, but in my life in general, that Christmas is not just it's not just a holiday. It's not just a day to worship the Lord and all that. It is a day to. It's a time to continue good thoughts, good feelings.
Sure.
It's supposed to carry you on through the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just
Absolutely.
need a little extra hit of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Especially halfway through the year. So I take a little hit of Christmas and during the summer.
Yeah, but you don't want to OD on Christmas.
No, you don't
You
want
know,
to.
and like
I get close every year.
right, but during Christmas is fine. During
Yeah.
Christmas, you usually find entire families OD'd on Christmas who are just like their belts are undone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They-
wake up December 26th and they're like, what happened?
Yeah,
The house
exactly.
is a mess.
yeah, yeah. But
Why
I
is there a
think he was-
tree in my
Inside?
living room?
I took the house, I took
Yeah.
the lights, and I put them outside.
Brought a tree and put it inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say this is somewhat relevant, but I have a really amazing dentist, and his assistant is amazing as well.
Yeah.
And I have to have one tooth pulled, and she was like, "So when do you want to do this?" I said, "Well, we'll wait until maybe the new year when insurance kicks in." She's like, "Well, Thanksgiving's coming up, right?" She's like, "If I were you, I would get the tooth pulled a few weeks before Thanksgiving."
Yeah, so you're in fighting form.
So you're in fighting form.
Yeah.
I was like, "Man, you are smart. I like that."
Yeah, you want to be going into Thanksgiving dinner at least 80%.
Absolutely.
Like she upsold you using.
She did.
using a holiday.
Yeah, she's very smart.
Like if I get knocked out before before Thanksgiving, I have to have my jaw wired shut. I'm drinking a turkey.
Yes,
I'm drinking it.
I will puree it for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think Patrick's argument was it's October.
Yes.
It's just halfway through October. We don't
First cold day of the year today.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like just a hint of Christmas in the air from a candle, but it's not really Christmas.
Yeah.
That's kind of like only getting one street taco. That's just going to make you hungry, and
Yeah,
you're going to be
it is.
upset that you
good
even ate it.
point.
You know, like
Yeah.
Halloween is still 2 weeks
Yeah,
away.
we should be focusing on Halloween. Like your candle should be like little pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
You know, or something fall like
Right.
autumn harvest.
like
Creepy smells.
You get just
Yeah.
one sniff of Christmas, and then it's over. Christmas does kind of bring this, like, it's this big build up of happiness. And, the next day it can't be a little bit depressing. Like the next couple days, like it's like kind of over. You got New Year's to look forward to, but who even remembers that day most of the time anyway?
Yeah.
So
And you made a good point that January being the Monday of months, February is the Tuesday
for sure
of months. It's a long ways till you got that good. There's just everybody's got a little more pep in their step around Christmas.
100%. And then I don't know why, but when I get the Christmas depression, I always think of the John
Wick.
Not John Wick. I don't know why I almost said John Legend.
John Winters.
Johnny Winters song. I don't know why my brain is so stupid right now that I can't remember the dude's name. The John Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
I kept thinking John Legend, who is also good.
Vladimir Lenin?
Vladimir Lenin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he had the song, "So This Is Christmas, and what have you done?" And you're like, well, what have you done?
Yeah.
He's like,
How
yeah, it's a
dare
whole
you."
year gone by, and I haven't advanced my career or financial savings, or I'm still fat. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I get it. All right, it's supposed to be a time for thinking. So that's why. I think of that song when I get the post Christmas depression.
Yeah.
And walking into a house that smells like Christmas mid October, and it like blam hits you in the face, and then you realize that it's not Christmas.
I think it's going to be just a tad bit different this year because we have a niece or Patrick's daughter. Like Christmas and the days after are going to be it's all for her now.
Yeah.
So we get to like spend those next few days like watching her play with presents and stuff like that. Like it won't be as depressing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I just hope everybody takes it kind of easy. Like I was talking about, we want to do like we had been throwing out the idea of like a Secret Santa for Christmas because all the family's going to be down.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just going to be a lot of folks. And and then our dad was just like, well, as long as everybody gets something for Mariah, it's like she's going to be like 9 months old. Like she's not going to know what's going on. Like this
Can
is
I
just
get
gonna
her
be a
things
weird
for
trip.
when she's like 16? Like,
Yes,
think of that. because-
Absolutely, a Gladiator. She would love a Jeep Gladiator.
Okay.
With some 33s, some
Yeah.
Mickey Thompsons on it.
Well, really, at this point, everything that we get is really for you guys.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know, like little clothing and stuff for you
Well, to
guys to
distract
enjoy.
her.
Yeah. I am not getting anybody else Christmas presents. Everything's going towards Mariah this year.
There you go.
I do love. You want to freak some people out, like next April or something. Just walk around and be like, when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, he's really good. He does. It's an odd sound to his voice.
Yeah, it is. It's
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is good. It
It's
is
up
good.
and down. You know. Yeah.
Well, we got a very special guest coming in studio here in just a second, so we're going to hop into break. But first, I did want to give a big shout out to the Horatio Lions High School Band.
Yes.
Doing very good at regionals, and they are making it to state.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
Awesome.
From Horatio Elementary Schools, we want to get a big shout out to their high school band, just rocking it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's so many great things going on at Horatio School District.
Definitely.
We just don't get to talk about
Yeah.
them quite enough.
Yeah, but never
that is
forgotten.
never forgotten. That is a huge huge thing for the band right there. Going to state.
Big time. Going to state. We love it. Brief break. We'll be back with our very special guest.
Polk County Housing Authority has apartments in Wicks, Cove, Hatfield, and Mena, and they need applicants. The waiting list for an apartment is very short. There are 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, gas, water, and garbage pickup, central heating and air conditioning, along with refrigerator and range are all provided. Landlords are needed and vouchers are available for the rental assistance program as well. You can pick up an application for both programs at the housing office, 509 South Morrow Street, across from the football stadium in Mena, or print from their website at polkarhousing.com. Call 479-394-1565 for more information.
The holidays are right around the corner, and nothing says holidays like a homemade pecan pie. The freshest pecans can be found locally at your Kdqn Conservation District. Pecans also make great gifts. Orders are delivered just in time for holiday cooking. The Kdqn Conservation District offers a wide variety such as cashews, mixed assortments, chocolate peanuts, almonds, raisins, white chocolate pecans, pralines, English walnuts, and even pecan logs. Order deadline is October 21st, so hurry and contact the Kdqn Conservation District. Email Robin Stacy or print off an order form on the classified page on kdqn.net.
Hey Jana, what's your favorite restaurant?
Well, that's easy. Tres Agavas, just north of the 7071 junction in Kdqn. I've been going to Tres Agavas for years, and my favorite dish is chicken and shrimp fajitas. And if you haven't been, you're missing out.
Ooh, that sounds really good. Do they have drink specials?
Between 2 and 5, they have $5 margaritas, and Tres Agavas also has daily lunch specials starting at $5.50, and they're open 7 days a week. That's Tres Agavas, 140 Highway 71 North in Kdqn. Check us out on Facebook for hours and specials.
Jordan Hillis and staff at Hillis Family Dentistry at 96 Webster Drive in Ashdown offer you the highest quality dental work. They pride themselves on being an affordable family dental clinic while providing the latest dental technology. You'll find personalized quality care. From prevention, crowns and bridges, early dental care, teeth whitening, and more, their skilled team can handle all your dental needs from childhood through adulthood. For more information about their services and to schedule an appointment, call them today, 870-898-8888.
Number one country weather.
All right. Facebook Live. That was not a shot of alcohol I just did. It was a shot of, what is it?
Aloe.
Aloe. And it's
I'm kidding. No, it's good for you.
It's great for you. Today, widespread frost all before 11 a.m., otherwise sunny with a high near 63. Tonight, frost again, a low around 33 and some calm winds. Tomorrow, back up a little bit, sunny with a high near 75. And Friday, sunny with a high near 84. The low tomorrow night, 44. So don't worry, we shouldn't have to worry about frost at that point.
No.
But enough about this weather nonsense. It's 32 degrees outside. We have Alicia Rivas in studios. That's way more important than letting you know about how cold it's going to be tonight.
It was cold this morning. Like remote start.
Yeah. You know what? Alicia doesn't mess around. There's there's no fake. There's no, exactly just from that noise.
It was 27 degrees this morning.
Yeah.
I think the best we can expect out of anybody is, yeah.
That's why I'm in my comfy clothes.
That's right.
Because we weren't supposed to be.
We weren't supposed to be on Facebook Live. I forgot to let you know. And then she comes in next time, she's going to look like a movie star.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
It's crunch time.
It is.
Ooh.
We have a week and a couple days left.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so 19 cars signed up.
Yes.
We need 30.
Correct.
30,000 pieces of candy
is the goal.
We're at 10.
Yes.
About.
So
as a community, we really, really need to rally together and get this taken care of, because we all know, listen, the neighborhoods around here, I haven't seen too many Halloweens. I haven't been here all that long.
Yeah.
But the neighborhoods around here are small, and I'm sure that there's a good Halloween showing there, but the trunk or treat is a really good outlet for a lot of people. A lot of people live in country, trick or treat.
A lot of people are just a little worried too about letting their kids out in neighborhoods and just letting them go at it. So they're looking for a safe, but it's still fun Halloween event, and that's exactly what you guys have been providing for. Is this the fourth annual?
It is.
Fourth annual Kdqn Trunk or Treat. If you haven't been out there, then you obviously don't realize this thing is huge.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the biggest events for Sevier County every year. We went a couple of years ago. I mean, there must have been 2,000 people that went through. Easy.
Yeah. Every time you do it, it's bigger than you thought it would
Exactly.
be. And so we really need preparation this time. And by the way, Alicia's like spearheaded this, right? You have
Yes.
taken control.
Yes.
And everybody knows you, I think. You know, if you don't, you should probably, figure it out.
Congrats or condolences.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, both.
exactly.
Like your little half, 50,
Half and half.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yes. I moved back 4 years ago in May, and I had planned the very first one that coming October. And that year we did it in the salon parking lot with it, like thinking, okay, we're just going to start this little thing, expecting maybe 400 kids, and we had over 1,000 kids that year.
Yeah.
So we moved it out to the Sportsplex, and each year we are growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
The kids are growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I need the participation
they're
to
hungrier
stay.
than ever.
Yes. Now I just need the participation of the community to continue, so it can
absolutely.
stay as successful.
You need cars.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, my thought is if you're like a local business, small business, man, what a great way to advertise yourself. I mean, I know that's not you have
point,
stress. You know, definitely this is about Halloween. This is about something for the kids. But I mean, it's a great opportunity for a business too to put themselves out
Just
there.
community participation.
Yeah, community participation. Absolutely.
Yes.
And as we need cars, that's very important. We're at 19. The goal is 30. But when it comes to candy, if you're out and you're picking up candy for your Halloween party, or you're planning on hosting your house for a trick or treat neighborhood type of thing, extra bag. If you can manage it, and at any of the drop-off locations, which we'll go over in just a second here, it will go a long way. And for a lot of people out there that aren't planning, me myself, I don't know. I live in a neighborhood. I'm not sure what it's like. I haven't been through a Halloween, so I wanted to open my house up for trick-or-treating kids to come by. But if you're in that situation, 100% nothing ever comes through here on Halloween. To pick up the candy and just drop it off for the 2,000 plus kids who are going to go through this thing. So
you can drop it off right here at KDQN too. You can throw a pie at Tyler's face. While
That's
you're
right.
here, maybe
Something. Yeah, we got to develop some sort of incentive out here.
I got a really good tip yesterday from our very own Ashley Johnson Ortega here at Dollar General.
Yeah,
has got a buy two
get one
free. So I went yesterday. Good candy. I'm not talking just like those the circus peanuts and Tootsie Rolls and stuff like that.
Well,
I got
want some name brand. Come
3 bags of good quality candy for next to nothing.
Yeah. If you tie that white sack, with the ghosts on it, nothing good is going to be in that.
Straight to the garbage can.
Yeah. No, thank you, Leigh. I have enough doorstops at home. So even if you're picking up those 2 bags, you need 2 bags for yourself, and it's the bonus get one free. Give the get one free at least over.
Yeah.
So drop off locations, very important.
Yes. Okay. So KDQN, obviously.
Right here.
Ranch House Cafe, Southern Girls Flower and Gifts, Leopard Nutrition, Meraki Hair Studio, Cutting Room and Company, and Kdqn Ford.
Wow, all over the place, then.
Exactly. Every side of the bridge, all the ways.
Yeah.
Just
There's
go
probably
in.
not a place on that list that you don't know where it's at. So easy enough, drop off, whatever you can do, whatever you can manage. And also cars. We need them for the actual trunk or treat event. I mean, is it necessary to decorate completely?
Oh, yeah.
So if you're that kind of person, why aren't you signed up, basically?
Yes. I mean, there's so many ways to pull in. I've talked to a couple of people at the school, like different easy ways that possibly we'll see.
Yeah.
But if you have the free time, I like the way that I have broke it down. As kids, we got to experience all these things. So now it's time for other people to show up for the younger generation. So then whenever I've told people who don't have kids, like, what else are you going to do?
Right.
Why not go and set up? So one day, whenever you have kids, then you get to walk it. So participate now while you can participate.
When we
it's
participated, it was a blast.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
People. There's a lot of folks who really go above and beyond. Yeah, today it's a lot of fun. It's really cool to see what people put together for this.
Yeah. If you're struggling for ideas, wheel up a wood chipper, Fargo.
Yeah. Mannequin, just the half end. You only need to rent the half end of it.
Or there's Pinterest. Or there's Pinterest.
Or there's Pinterest.
Yeah.
Fargo's a joke. Don't come to that with a Fargo setup, please.
Yeah.
We went as a scene from Jurassic Park from the 1993 Jurassic Park, which I realized nobody knows that one anymore.
So I was just a creep.
I was a fruity cowboy.
Oh my gosh. No.
That's all right.
It was very clear. Y'all did a great job.
Yeah, it was all right. But yeah, struggling for ideas, like she said, Pinterest or come on, get a little
Yes.
imagination.
Yeah, we have Hocus Pocus already signed up, Charlotte's Web, Bowling, Under the Sea, Avengers, Barnyard, 101 Dalmatians. We've got some good ones.
Yeah, very cool. Still plenty up for grabs too.
Yes, exactly.
You guys have a event page on Facebook too, right?
Yes, Kdqn Trunk or Treat.
Great place to find out more info.
Yes, on there under the discussions, under the information, that's where the Google document is to sign up. It gives you the rundown of setup and all that good stuff. It does not cost anything to sign up.
Right. That was going to be my next question. It's like, this is just totally free, right?
Yes, other than for decorating your vehicle.
Sure.
There is no, you're talking about incentives. There is nothing other than community involvement coming out of it.
Right. It seems like half of folks in Sevier County are running for some political office this year. That would be a pretty good little meet and greet kind of thing, right? I mean, come out there,
dress as Nixon.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a political candidate, you
Yeah.
should be out there doing
Yeah.
something for this.
Fly
right?
away in a helicopter, do this thing.
Yeah. You don't have me to kick around anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Usually by this point of sign up and stuff in the past 3 times, do you have better idea that it's going to work? I mean,
Cars are usually there.
Yeah.
Candy I was looking at this week we had 26,000 pieces last year.
So red alert is going on. All right.
Yeah.
We're on
sweating the bullets.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's the kids.
Sure.
I mean, that's what's gonna lack.
I believe in this
And-
community. I believe we will pull it together.
It's good for our dentists
Me too.
too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
It benefits all around.
Yeah, it's just good for the community. So,
Yes.
let's hope that kind of pulls up again. Drop off location here at the Ranch House at
Queen
both
Auto
of-
Group.
Kdqn Auto Group, both Leopard Nutrition and Meraki.
Sure.
Yeah, is it Macari?
May Rocky.
May Rocky. May Mo Rocca.
That's the line. That's the line in Town North Shopping Center.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, thank you so much for coming in again. We'll probably
Southern
have
Girls
it-
and Cutting Room.
Southern Girls and Cutting Room. Thank you very much. Candy drop off, car sign up. Go to facebook.com/ or just type in Kdqn Trunk or Treat. You'll find the page on there to reach out. Whatever you can do. We need cars. We need candy. We need kids to have a good time. So let's do it.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else?
That's all.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for the drinks.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you. Hopefully you don't have to come in before.
No, I need everybody to rally with me.
Yeah, but next week, if it's still low, we're seeing
I'll be back.
You'll be back. All right.
With a gun.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
time, yeah.
These guys.
She's been nice so far.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about bad Alicia time. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
With the chain whip.
That's
Oh goodness.
cat of 9 tails dipped in brine. Yeah, let's go to a quick break, and we'll see you on the other side. It's
Thank
the Brew
y'all.
Crew. Thank you.
Safe, effective, and free COVID-19 vaccines are now readily available for all Arkansans ages 6 months and up. Booster shots are also available for people 5 and above. The vaccines are highly effective at preventing severe COVID. That means helping keep you from being hospitalized or even dying. Get vaccinated to protect yourself, your family, and your community. Learn more and find your nearest vaccine location at healthy.arkansas.gov. This message brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health.
When you're looking for prompt and accurate service for all your closing, abstracting, and title work, Mark Jackson with Jackson Title is who you're looking for. Mark has over 25 years experience serving in real estate, abstracting, and closing work. Jackson Title serves the Kdqn, Ashdown, Horatio, and Murfreesboro areas. Locally owned and a proud supporter of our local youth football. Visit JacksonTitleCompany.com, stop by any of their locations, or give Mark a call today at 870-642-2222. It's Jackson Title Company.
Shuck Me Seafood Restaurant in Hochatown is proud to serve a wide variety of menu items ranging from seafood, frog legs, chicken tenders, and American burgers. They also have a wide variety of soft drinks and even beer off the tap. Their menu is endless. They are open Wednesdays through Saturday from 4 to 9 and Sundays from 4 to 8. Shuck Me is located in Timber Creek Trails Shopping Center, north of Hochatown. Enjoy a fun atmosphere, friendly service, and amazing seafood only at Shuck Me.
Chris Walcott firmly believes that God laid it upon his heart to run for Arkansas House Representative for District 87. Chris is a Christian, conservative Democrat, and family man. Chris believes your socioeconomic status should never silence your voice. It is your voice that he will carry straight to the steps of the Capitol. Chris believes in serving our community. Chris started his career in law enforcement for the Sevier County Sheriff's Department in 1996. Chris Walcott would appreciate your vote. Together, we can make a difference. Paid for by Chris Walcott.
Coming right back with the Brew Crew. Good morning to all of you on this wonderful Wednesday. Chance Lambeth on Facebook says, y'all talking about Christmas got me singing Feliz Navidad.
Oh,
look at that.
Love it.
I love Good King Wenceslas.
Dominic the donkey.
Oh, that would be Patrick's favorite. Good King Wenceslas. What is that one? Who does that one?
There's
Bing
no
Crosby,
snappy.
I think does
there
that.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He does the best version, I think. Yeah.
I got to be honest. I like the message. I like
Yes.
the behind what's behind the song, but I've never been a fan of the little drummer boy. The actual song, I always find it's like 8 minutes. It's usually 8 minutes on the. Yeah. I mean, again, the message, the lyrics, all that is
When
fine.
Bing does it, though,
it's not bad, but it goes so long.
yeah.
Like I need my Christmas songs. Let's go! Come on, it's big band.
What's the Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas
Love it.
Time? Yes.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Simply
Is that the Beatles?
Wonderful. Yeah.
No, it's not.
that was very
Hold
like.
on. I don't want to say it.
a lot of
Suicide?
conviction. Yeah.
I don't want to say it because I'll sound just stupid. Yeah, it's Paul McCartney. You guys are right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
You were right.
It's Paul McCartney.
Was
yeah.
it Wings? Paul McCartney and Wings, or is it a solo? Or
I think it's just solo.
okay,
That is a great
It's
song,
a
and it definitely has the
great
Paul
song.
McCartney spin. Paul McCartney is so
king.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like the Beatles that much, but you gotta like Paul.
Gotta love Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my favorite part of it. Absolutely. John Lennon, way too up on himself. Like,
Yeah.
tone it down a
For
little
sure.
bit, right?
Yeah. I'm
There's a song with like Sting, Bono, a few other really famous artists. There's a Christmas song.
Is there where they all collaborated?
They all
on it?
collaborated,
Collaborated.
congregated,
I'm delighted.
collaborated. Okay, that's a good one. I forgot what it was.
I don't know that one.
Ooh.
See, again, I just keep the big band rotation going. But guys, we're skipping 2 holidays right
yeah.
now. But yeah,
I love
Chance
Halloween
Lambeth.
music too.
That's right.
Spooky, scary
really 3.
skeletons
Yeah.
and shivers down my
The monster
I
man.
think we might be skipping Yom Kippur and
Yeah.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Kwanzaa's like
Oh, okay,
after
yeah,
Christmas.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you say Quantica?
Hanukkah.
Oh, you're
Quantico?
sick.
Oh man.
I'm so excited for this
But
upcoming
yeah,
holiday season.
bought candy yesterday to
Yeah.
give to Alicia today for the trunk or treat, and the fight that I had last night to keep my wife away from it. She is addicted to candy. It's a severe problem.
Yeah.
Don't know. There's no help out there available for people addicted to
No, there's
sugar.
not.
No.
There's no help out there.
Candy Eaters Anonymous.
But I love that she asked. She's like, these bags are. You have to give sealed bags to Alicia for trunk or treat, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, so if one of them got opened, you couldn't give that to Alicia, and I was like, no. And then I hear like a bag start to
Just
Now all
in the
of a sudden
middle of the
chinging's
night.
in my house. Yeah.
Which sounds like a
Chingy.
Christmas music artist.
It does.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching,
Yeah.
ching, ching.
Yeah. Ching, ching, ching. But yeah, I have to rush out of my seat, go run over there, and tackle her to the ground to keep her
Yeah.
from opening one
Yeah.
of the bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your wife is a curse to me because she introduced me to those Reese's pumpkins. I have never really had them before.
Yeah?
Like right before our mom came for a visit, she got Halloween candy, and they're much different than the peanut butter cups. They're not as hard. They have more peanut butter in them.
Oh, you're one of those people.
I think
Yeah,
it's a scam.
You say Reese's.
Oh yeah, I do. It's always
You're one of them.
Reese's.
I think the pumpkins are a scam
Yeah?
because they sell them for $2.50, which is normally what you could buy the king size Reese's for, which comes with 3 cups. This one comes with 1 little pumpkin shaped Reese's.
But it's festive.
Scam.
Oh, I buy the
You
120
buy the
bags.
bag. The bag is probably the way to go when you're buying the pumpkins. But
Yeah.
over at Easy Mart, I saw just one little tiny thing. I even felt it. I was like, is there 2 in there? No, it's
No.
one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't get candy from
Inflation.
convenience station or gas stations because they're always so expensive.
Of course. But
Yeah.
the gas station is like where I get, because I'm not a candy eater. It's like usually I'm like looking at it like, oh yeah, I could do with a
Yeah.
whatchamacallit.
If Reese's made like steak, I would be all over it.
Yeah.
Reese's steak, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on my 3rd bag now of Reese's pumpkins, and
For
I'm
the year? Or for the day?
month and a half. I have a serious problem, but
You should take. I think it was you. You brought me that Reese's outrageous, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 months ago.
You
It's still
still
sitting
haven't
on my
eaten
desk.
it.
I
I
know.
know.
It's not. I'm just. It's just not me. And I've never.
how do
had
you
it.
know?
How
do you know?
I'm scared. I'm scared of. See, a man is scared. You just don't understand men enough. I guess they're scared of things that they don't know. But when men are scared, they get angry.
Yeah.
That's how we protect
natural
you,
response,
women folk. Yeah, is when we're scared, we get angry.
I
So
saw
every
him in
time
there.
I see that outrageous bar, I get angry looking at it.
Jumps
Like,
around like a chimp.
I bare my teeth.
The image of you getting angry, just opening it up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what is this? Don't like change.
I'm still smart enough of an animal to keep my distance from it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm angry
Yeah.
at it at a distance.
He pokes it and runs away.
Well, I guess I will take it back and give it to somebody who
I've
actually
eyeballed
wants
it
it.
like 3 times. I'm like, who gave that to you? Why isn't it eaten yet?
No.
And,
I've even popped in there a few times and been like, why aren't you eating this?
like placed it where eat this, maybe.
But to be honest, I've stopped leaving things on his desk because he always forgets about them.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Who?
I've
Who are you
I've
talking- oh.
I've left
Yeah.
books. I've left clothing.
Time
I've
sensitive paperwork.
left all kinds of stuff. And I'll be like, I'll ask Caitlin. It's like, hey, did you enjoy that book? She's like, what? What book?
Dang it, she knows well enough to work with my subterfuge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
somebody, it's great. Yeah. And then she chews me out when I get home about
Yeah.
it. Like, why haven't you given me that
And then
book?
she'll power read it in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then text Jen about it. 'Cause that's the kind of person she is.
Yeah,
And that's
she's-
the kind of
she's
person he
great.
is.
No, I'm a good person. I spent 2 hours watching TLC documentaries yesterday, so I could better understand why you guys are the way you are.
Oh no. Oh no.
I needed to step down a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to get off my high horse a little
Yeah.
bit. Better understand you guys
Mm-hmm.
and
By watching TLC.
by a little TLC.
My 600-pound life. Jen has
90 Day
90
Fiance.
Day Fiance.
My Strange
what-
Addiction.
Yeah.
What
Which
a-
ones did you watch?
So I watched a little 90 Day Fiance. I watched some Hoarders.
Yeah.
Which
Hoarders
is fake.
great.
It's
Oh?
fake.
Fake.
So fake.
You think that trash is like placed?
Yes, it totally
Okay.
is. And at one point, they made a slip in the Hoarders that I watched. It was about these 2 people, all right, and they had 2 different experts go. They have these like hoarder
Yeah,
experts, right?
yeah.
Psychologists.
Yeah.
It stinks. Like,
Yeah.
how long did you go to
Yeah, this
school
is a-
for to find that out?
I mean, right now I could probably go into one of them with my situation.
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, it smells fine.
Yeah, that's
it's-
true.
They had 2 different experts go to these 2 different people's house, and at one point they caught on camera one of the expert talking about the other people's place.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, you guys slipped.
Yeah.
You slipped."
Maybe one place isn't as dirty as the other, so they got to just show the other half of the dirty house.
I
and
mean,
say
maybe
it's-
there was something, but there was this one lady that said this was the worst hoarder they ever had. There was just like jugs of human waste
Yeah.
filling up half the house.
My favorite one?
because the toilet didn't work, but her clothes were perfect. There was not a stain on her clothes. Her hair was well done.
They
I
probably
guess.
ran out of participants.
Maybe,
Wow.
and she had manicured nails.
Yeah,
you don't
you
get a
know.
manicure, but then also use a bucket.
Yeah.
I think there can be some disassociation from that as well, though. I don't know. I'm not a mental health professional, but I mean, you can present
take care of yourself,
Yeah,
but-
you can present yourself a certain way, but also have a very severe issue. Like, but you're right. There's got to be some
But how do
fake
you
episodes.
do that when your sink looks like it's covered in barbecue sauce?
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
it's not barbecue
It's
sauce.
definitely not.
Yeah.
But my favorite one was the lady who blocked off the upstairs of her house due to gradually, the bathroom was upstairs, so stopped using that and blocked it off with bags of the waste, just Walmart sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a guy who slept on a little prison mattress on the ground, surrounded by garbage.
Yeah.
And he would talk about how like the roaches would put him to sleep. Like, yeah, it was like, he couldn't sleep at a hotel unless he had like roach noises playing on his phone or something that put him to sleep.
And some place like that, there'd be so many rats that they would eat you alive.
Yeah.
While you're sleeping. I mean, unless you like before you go to bed at night, you throw a thing of bacon in the corner.
Yeah.
And hope the rats just go at that. And
Right.
they eat that all night. Let you sleep in peace.
I have a mission.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a mission for you today. I want you to watch season 6, episode 4. It is the worst episode of Hoarders.
Yeah.
And it is a very traumatizing episode.
What's it about?
It's about a lady named Shanna.
That's the one I watched.
Oh, you watched Shanna?
Yeah, that's the one that's fake.
That is not fake.
It's fake.
It is not fake.
Yeah.
They've done
She's
follow-ups
got
on
manicured
her.
nails, not a stain
She's-
on her clothes.
She's severely ill, like in the head.
Yeah, eventually they're like, we're just going to burn your house down. You need
Yeah.
to go move in with somebody else.
She was eating contaminated food,
Yeah.
feces, human, and otherwise. And she was still going, well, let me just have one more can of soup that's
She was like-
contaminated. And
Yeah, she was like, when somebody's having an intervention, they always want one more before. Yeah.
One more
I watched
hit.
that one and I was like, this is fake.
This is fake, huh?
I disagree. Have you watched that episode?
I've not watched that episode. I will be the deciding factor
I think
tomorrow.
you should.
Yeah.
The fakest one I saw though was Cheapskates. Cheapskates.
That one is.
Nobody actually does that.
Yeah,
right?
that
No.
one's pretty highly produced there.
Yes, and they followed around. Is so highly produced. Like quick cuts and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way.
but.
No, please go ahead.
I was it was like 4 or 5 different people that they followed in this episode. I swear to gosh, it was all in the same house. These are 4 people from all over the place,
Yeah.
but they would just creatively film different angles of the house to make it look like it was a different house, but it was the same house, and it was a really nice. This is like. I mean, I don't know when this episode was filmed, but that kind of suburban house goes for $350,000.
Yeah.
Now, on average nowadays, there is no way that you're going to have a $350,000 house, but then not
Penny
use toilet
pinch.
paper.
Yeah.
You're going to
Use
eat
a
cat food.
washcloth and shower with a bucket underneath you so that you can also use the water and like washing your clothes while
Yes.
you shower, showering with your clothes on.
One guy
all that
had
kind
a
of
hot
stuff.
tub. He had a hot tub, and he said, "This is how I heat my soup up," because he said the average person spends $40 a month in electricity on their microwave. What? That's that. Yeah. So you
Do
have
know
a
how
hot
much
tub.
a hot tub
$5
costs
grand?
to run.
Yeah.
And the price of water, the maintenance.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about hot tubs. The stuff you have to pour in them is so expensive, and you have to do it like twice a year.
You
know?
can't have a hot tub and be a cheapskate.
No,
That's not happening.
absolutely not.
happening.
I will stand by saying that these TLC documentary producers are the biggest scumbags in Hollywood television.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, these guys do not care. They're like, think about it. These guys, they do the documentaries on people of downtrodden. I'm not trying to, make fun of the hoarding.
It's not
syndrome.
the people.
It's not the people.
The folks who are exploiting them.
100%.
Absolutely.
But they try and find, okay, like we're going to do a documentary on people who are this or that, and then they go and try and find the worst examples of, exploit them, pay them nothing, or as little as possible to make the show make sense. These people are horrible, like the My Strange or the Addicted and the Intervention and stuff. All they care about is catching this guy falling over a garbage can or something and ruining the birthday party of his niece or something, and then the end is always. The black screen comes up and he hasn't had a drink since January. How? Like, show that process.
Yeah,
That's
the recovery process.
That's the part that we should all be watching.
Yeah.
My 600-pound life. She hasn't had a burger since, up until 2 seconds ago, and the episode's over by now. Yeah, we've been watching this person feast.
Even hoarders, like the one that I saw yesterday, I think it was they do like 2 an episode
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, yeah.
They had the Shanna, and then they had this little old sweet lady who was
Yeah.
just hoarding. It was all like nice stuff.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Food, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is expired by that point. But she legitimately believed that we were at the end of times, and that she was going to be taken up with the Messiah. But she was collecting all this stuff to give to her family and friends
Right.
who maybe weren't as blessed as she was.
Right.
And it's like, it's like the whole episode's just trying to make her look like a fool for all this, and it's like, look, this is just a lady with a lot of conviction, okay, and she's not accumulating trash. She's accumulating. It's like just clothes and supplies and stuff like that.
It runs the gamut.
It's a hoarder. She's a hoarder for sure. And she's got a hoarding problem, but from her, she was only doing it from the best of places.
Right.
You get the old lady hoarding commemorative plates.
Yeah.
You get the guy who's like standing in front of trash, a house made of trash, and he's like, waste not, want not.
Yeah.
And then you get the guy, like one of the best episodes you can watch is the guy who owns a warehouse full of pinball machines. And he collects pinball machines. It's
Collection,
like a museum, but
he's considered a hoarder?
He's considered a hoarder because he wants to market it as a museum. It's like horribly unsafe to be in there. Like the way everything's crammed in, you'll fall over, you'll trip. It's not fit for public, viewing and this and that. And it is kind of hoarding. I mean, hoarding every worthless pinball machine yanked out of the dumpster, fixed up, and then it's nice stuff. Some of it's worth a ton of money, but guys, we could talk about this all day. Let's go ahead and get into your day's reminders. It's news, obituary, and weather. All the sponsors in there. We'll see you on the other side to finish it out. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
It's time now for your local lowdown, featuring community updates and events from across the listening area. The Little River County Courthouse will be closed this Friday for additional repairs to the building. County Judge Mike Cranford said crews will perform repairs to the subfloor and foundation support of the courthouse, and the building will need to be closed for those repairs to be made. Judge Cranford says he apologizes for any inconvenience and appreciates the understanding of courthouse visitors. The work is being funded through a grant from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program. Kdqn Public Schools has announced it is now seeking nominations for the district's Gifted and Talented program. The program is available for students in grades 3rd through 12th, and referrals are currently being accepted. To nominate a student, notify Kdqn School District Gifted and Talented Coordinator Crystal Minshew by calling 584-4311 or by emailing kminshew@kdqnleopards.org. The deadline for nominations is December 4th. Healthcare Express will host its second annual Kdqn Street Dance next month for a day of live music, food, assisting veterans, fighting food insecurity, and more. The locally based healthcare provider announced the event is scheduled for November 5th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. that day. In addition to live music, dancing, arts, crafts, shopping, food, and fun, owners Hector and Christy Gallego said the primary purpose for hosting this street dance is to collect non-perishable food items that will be donated to the American Legion and to help bring awareness of the group's mission to aid veterans in the Kdqn community. All area businesses and community organizations are invited to join organizers at this family-friendly event. Those who would like to be a vendor at the Kdqn Street Dance can request a form by calling Sabra Scott at 870-784-1312. Hector Gallego said Healthcare Express is a veteran-owned, veteran-ran business and takes a great deal of pride in supporting veteran services like the American Legion. And finally, early voting begins in less than 1 week for the November 8th general election. The early voting period begins next Monday, October 24th, and continues through November 7th, the day before the election. Early voting will be held both Saturdays in the early voting period from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. All early voting in Sevier County will take place at the Herman Derricks Park Community Building in Kdqn. In Little River County, early voting will be held in the Little River County Election Center, located at 349 North 3rd Street in Ashdown. Check out more local news, sports, and upcoming events at kdqn.net. I'm Patrick Massey.
Time now for obituaries, brought to you by Wilkerson Funeral Homes.
Losing a loved one is difficult for every family. During such an emotional time, it isn't easy to make all the decisions that must be made. Pre-planning a funeral is an easy way to remove the burden of these difficulties from your family. Not only does it give you peace of mind for the future, but it can save the family's additional expenses. Pre-planning allows you to lock a funeral in at today's prices. Call or come by Wilkerson Funeral Home today to learn more about funeral planning. It's easy and affordable. Wilkerson Funeral Home, dependable professional service since 1929.
Mr. Ralph Harvey James, age 71, a resident of Gillum, passed away Sunday, October 16th, at his home. Ralph was the oldest of two children born to Robert Homer and Anna Lee Lewis James on June 16th, 1951 in Warrensburg, Missouri. He was a 1969 graduate of Clinton High School in Clinton and went on to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology from the University of Missouri, graduating in 1973. Ralph faithfully served with the United States Army until his honorable discharge. He married the love of his life, Teresa Marie Terry Schnabel, on October 20th, 1979 in St. Joseph, Missouri, and to this union 2 sons were born. Ralph retired as a systems engineer for Rockwell Collins in 2017, following a career in defense contracting and aviation electronics. Ralph was a woodsman, enjoyed deer watching, hunting, gardening, and nature. He best spent his time with Terry, their sons, his family, and friends. He was preceded in death by his father, Robert James. Ralph leaves to cherish his memory his loving wife of almost 43 years, Terry James of Gillum, 2 sons, Robert James of St. Louis, Missouri, and Randall James of Cushing, Oklahoma, his granddog, Gus, his mother, Anna Lee James of Hope, 1 sister and brother-in-law, Dolores Ann and Daniel Hinkle of Sugar Land, Texas, as well as aunts, an uncle, nieces, nephews, other relatives, and a host of friends. At his request, services for Mr. Ralph James will not be held at this time. Arrangements are entrusted to Chandler Funeral Home of Kdqn. You may leave a condolence online at www.chandlerfuneral.com. Merle Edward Taylor, Jr., age 78, a resident of Kdqn, passed away on October 17th at Howard Memorial Hospital in Nashville. He was born June 21st, 1944, in Kdqn. He enjoyed playing softball and watching his grandchildren play softball and baseball. He retired as a supervisor for Tyson and Grannis after 44 years and served in the National Guard. He was preceded in death by his parents, Merle Taylor Sr. and Maxine Miller Taylor, 4 brothers, Robert Taylor, Bear Taylor, Bill Taylor, and David Taylor, and 1 sister, Shirley Crum. He is survived by 2 sons, Mike Taylor and wife Shelley, J.J. Taylor and wife Lizzie, 3 sisters, Martha Bush, Betty Taylor, and Judy Witt, 4 grandchildren, Haley and husband Chad Roberts, Lexi Taylor, Emma Kate Taylor, and Jackson Taylor, and 1 great-grandchild, Paisley Roberts, and a number of nieces, nephews, and many friends. Family will receive friends from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, October 21st at the funeral home. Cremation arrangements by Wilkerson Funeral Home. You may leave a condolence online at www.wilkersonfuneralhomes.com. It's time now for the weather, brought to you by AEP SWEPCO and ACR Services.
At Southwestern Electric Power Company, we understand customers are concerned about their families, businesses, and communities during this pandemic. If you're struggling to pay your electric bill, please reach out to your SWEPCO team today. Check out available options like extended payment agreements. Contact us at swepco.com/assist or call the number on your electric bill. You can also contact us through Facebook and Twitter. Let's find a solution that works for you.
Don't wait for a breakdown. It's important to have all heating and air conditioning systems checked and cleaned regularly for optimal performance and efficiency. No matter the size or scale of your HVAC problem, the pros at ACR Service in Kdqn can solve it. And if it's time to replace your old unit, get professional advice from Ray and Cody at ACR Service. They'll ensure you have the correct size and most efficient unit for your home or business to fit your budget. Call on the professionals at ACR Service in Kdqn, 584-3343.
Number 1 country weather.
36 degrees right now.
Brr.
It's cold. Don't let me discourage you. I like the brrrr.
Thank you. I need to get that out.
We got to keep Jay Lindley on here somehow.
Yeah.
He would go brrrr. Yeah. Today, widespread frost before 11 a.m. Otherwise sunny with a high near 63. Calm winds. Tonight, widespread frost again. Otherwise mostly clear. A low around 33. Tomorrow, getting back up there. We will see frost in the morning. Otherwise sunny with a high near 75. Tomorrow night, back up a little bit. A low around 44. Friday, sunny with a high near 84. Friday night, a low around 53. That should make for some enjoyable football weather, I think. 53.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Saturday, sunny with a high near 86 and a low of 61. And
Make
then
for some nice
Sunday,
lake weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's go swimming.
Yeah.
Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday all have pretty high chances of rain. So I bet by the end of the weekend we'll be seeing a little something, or at least beginning next week. There you have it. I almost said it's Friday. It ain't Friday. It ain't even close. It's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Friday, light. Thursday. Black Adam, the new Marvel movie, releases to a womp womp.
Really?
Yeah, negative reviews. Dwayne Johnson's DC film is repetitive and anti-entertaining. So, I don't know.
Ouch.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people find entertaining. People watch people eat on YouTube and find that entertaining. So I don't know what anti-entertainment is. It's like, you will not enjoy this.
I'm going to be honest, it sounds kind of hip to
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
Like, I kind of want to watch it now.
Yeah. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe may be about to change with Black Adam, but the new film is landing low on the hierarchy of critical reputation. And I love this. 32% approval rating. That's can't be the correct term to use.
Don't know what anybody was expecting.
Yeah.
Did anybody are we getting tired of superhero movies? I am. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Sick of it. Well, what else could there possibly be right now? And so they only,
I'm sure Marvel has something up their sleeve.
They have scraped through the barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting their ideas from now. But it's So I did watch a very interesting movie over the weekend, a Sam Elliott movie.
Oh.
Sam Elliott, quite the acclaimed actor. It was called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot.
Nice. Which one was harder?
The Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it really was.
Did he go out hunting the Bigfoot, or was he looking
He did.
at? Well, what's he doing? Well,
Why?
Bigfoot ain't bothering nobody.
Well, it was
Or
spreading.
Bigfoot
It
was going crazy. We got
it was spreading a virus, a really bad virus. So he was tasked. He was like, they're like, sorry, we have to ask
you
you to
back.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bigfoot is spreading a virus around. We need you to put Bigfoot down before it spreads to all of humanity. And all that.
turning people into big feet. Or
Just killing them.
Just
yeah,
What
and wildlife
virus
too.
could Sasquatch possibly carry around that would transmit to
that's
humans?
the twist. It's the one from The Happening, where it gets
Yeah.
carried through the wind.
Yeah.
It was
Run. It's a wheat field.
very, very odd movie. It took itself incredibly serious, and a serious topic too. I mean, like assassinating Hitler.
Yeah.
You know,
That's no joke.
absolutely. And then the Bigfoot afterwards. You know, it was a little strange, but that whole it's still Sam Elliott. He still made the movie very, very good.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. So a big recommendation from Patrick on The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot. Never been like more of like a yay. Aw. Yeah. It's a little weird. Anyway, that's the show today. Thanks for joining us. It's Thursday for Patrick and Jen. I'm Tyler.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. What is wrong with me? It's the Brew Crew. See, now I missed my mark and now I can't do it. No, you were right to point that out. Guys,
JTP.
There you go. JTP, have a great day.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.